star.
It's okay. We do that every time.
Yeah, I never got to
Welcome, friends, to the Heavy Drinking Podcast. The snow's on the ground and the fire's lit. Sitting next to me, nestled by the fires, Jay.
What's up, everybody?
Peeking out the window to the snow is Jeff.
So pretty out there.
Hey, dude. Hey. Oh, it's episode 56
Sure is.
of the Heavy Drinking
don't do
Podcast. Welcome, friends. How is everyone?
Doing well.
Good. That's good.
My mic smells like cigars.
Mine does too.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're all
This one
kinda,
definitely does.
yeah. They all kind of smell like
Oh yeah, I smell it.
cigars. Let's not talk
and
about it
stoves,
anymore. Right? Before we get started, I just want to go talk about a couple of our sponsors. First one is Taproom Tackers.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's getting better.
nothing
You got
funny
it
about
right.
that. If you new tackers and preferably for a tap room, hit them up. Next sponsor, Lyft. I don't want to do the sponsors anymore.
I
just
love
want to do the
Apollo.
intro.
Well, that's
where you
That's
lose
the
it.
whole thing.
Yeah, I gotta do the whole thing.
No, but that's where when we say that you can't do the intro. That's
Did
what
we
we're talking
change our
about.
Lyft code?
Lyft.
No.
It should be heavy 19 now, right?
Is that like Uber Lyft?
Yeah, it's
They drive you
It's a
around.
better
they get these
Uber.
cool purple lights in their
Yeah.
windshield.
Yeah.
Makes it better.
It's far superior.
Yeah, and if you use code heavy 18, which we should
Oh.
probably change to heavy 19 soon,
Right.
but it's still heavy 18.
It
You'll
is.
get
Good to
a
know.
When you
$20.
download the app.
You get $20 off
What?
your first 4 rides.
Damn.
So
$20 credit. $5 to your first 4 rides.
Right.
That's how it is.
essentially what I said.
That's a good deal.
Not because they're a sponsor of ours, just because they're awesome, and they're going to drop off some of their newly canned beer to us, or we can go pick it up. We can go
I
pick it
don't,
up. That's cool.
I don't know if that's been arranged, but
Drunk Alpaca.
It is
out
now.
of,
Well, you got to stop talking about shit, you know.
huh?
You
I'm just
put it out
planting-
there.
I'm
Put it
planting
out there in the
seeds.
universe, and it'll come around.
Sprinkle the seeds out, see if it grows. Down in Shelton, Connecticut, awesome baked goods, cookies, pies, cakes. They
Made
do,
with
like,
local brewery
nuts
beer.
and chips and shit. Yeah, they even brew their own beer
Well, yeah.
this weekend. Look for it. What else we got here? Amazon.com. If you go to our website, click on the Amazon banner before you do your Amazon shopping. Get a little taste of that. Get just a little bit.
Doesn't cost you any extra.
Just a little taste of it. What else we got here? Blowfish for hangovers. If you're hungover, get some of that.
What?
Yeah,
FDA
they
approved
just-
hangover medication.
I don't even
FDA
know.
approved. 2 little tablets. Looks just like I don't want to get sued or anything, but Alka-Seltzer.
Do you want to get
Okay.
sued?
And you just drop them in a cup of water. Nice lemony flavor.
Put them in beer. Fuck it.
Yeah, why
No,
not?
it's aspirin. Don't do that.
No, it's bad.
It's aspirin. It's actual aspirin.
Well, YOLO. Who cares?
YOLO.
All right, let's try it.
Fourhangovers.com. Use code heavy drinking and get 15% off your order.
All right.
All right. Tonight, we have 2 very special guests. It's too much special guest for one show, really. We have Lou from Shebeen Brewing. Am I saying that right? 'Cause
Cheers. Shebeen Brewing. That is
I always
correct.
feel like I get corrected every time I say that.
that is correct. A lot of people end up saying like Shebeen. It is not. It is actually
Shebeen.
Shebeen.
Doing this. and
Shebeen
doing
Brewing.
And we also have Will from Acoustic Cafe.
You.
that. And they're brothers.
They are brothers.
We
We
are
are.
brothers.
Lou and Will Vega.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm staring at you guys because I keep on trying to like compare your faces.
Yeah.
They're very similar.
Yeah, we
So,
look. We
yeah.
look a lot alike. Yeah.
Yeah. So do my parents.
can
Yeah.
you unlock each other's phone?
No.
I've never tried it. That'd be creepy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a little
Weird.
That's probably like a twin thing. Have they tried that? Have they
don't know.
tried twins to see if they can unlock each other's phones?
Sure.
Whoa.
Sure, you
wonder
can probably
if
find a video on
fingerprints?
YouTube.
Jeff would like to try twins.
Oh, yeah.
That's a different.
Absolutely.
My girlfriend's a twin.
Monster49 at gmail.com.
We should ask her if her sister could open her phone.
Does she have a sister?
She's got a sister.
She's
Not,
a
they're
twin.
fraternal. They're fraternal. That's
Fraternal.
you guys don't know that. It's too scientific. But fraternal twins, although they look extremely similar.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
Just a little off.
Yeah,
That's
that's
my
off topic.
story.
Got it.
So welcome to the Heavy Drinking Podcast.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
We're off
appreciate
to
it.
a Paulo start here.
Yeah, yeah. Always a little awkward, slow.
It's always a little
It's
slow.
always
but
perfect.
Yeah, yeah. That's how I like it.
Tell us a little about yourselves. Whoever wants to take the helm, go first.
You want to start first?
Okay. I don't know. Let's see. So yeah, I own the Acoustic. I'm a musician, sound engineer, and I was performing there first. Well, that place is actually, I should say, we're approaching 20 years of the Acoustic.
Yeah, it's been a while. That's in
technically in
Black
October.
Rock, right?
In Black Rock, yeah, the Black Rock part of Bridgeport. Yeah, I used to play there for a long time, just like in bands. It was always kind of like the home base sort of spot to play. And then I went to school for sound engineering, and I started working there, just having known the people from gigging there and things like that. And
Where'd
then,
you go for sound engineering?
Institute of Audio Research in the city in Manhattan. Yeah, which was a really fun program. Yeah, so I started working there as well as some other theaters and stuff like that. And over time, it was getting sold. And myself and some friends who had just been involved with the place and really loved the place already sort of emptied our pockets and scrounged up our change or whatever, and we bought it.
How long ago was that?
That was 10 years ago.
Oh shit.
Yeah, in January 2nd was 10 years. So yeah, that's cool.
My greatest memory of the Acoustic Cafe has always been stumbling in drunk.
Stumbling
in drunk.
Before you got there.
Yeah, before I got there. Well, the whole road is bars. It's
Yes.
it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I remember always hearing good music there and vomiting. Not there.
Right.
Afterwards.
I haven't
But-
been in a while because I don't ever go anywhere or do anything.
Oh, you got to go.
But the last show
Yeah.
I did
Right now.
was, what the fuck was his name? Joe Arthur or
Oh, I think it is. Joseph Arthur.
Joseph
He's
Arthur?
like a solo singer-songwriter
Yeah, really
guy.
good.
He has like a weird like Tom Green vibe, doesn't he?
Right? He looks like a
He like
taller
paints.
Tom Green. He paints
So
on
he
stage,
like
yes.
yeah, he's an interesting show. So he like
He was very good.
loops like he'll be playing and like do a bunch of loops and stuff, and then just get up and start like painting these like weird
A random painting. He'll
yeah,
just make it up on
and
spot.
then sell them at the end of the show for like $700 or something,
Yeah.
and people are eating it up. It's wild.
Yeah, he,
it was really interesting.
Ada Pasternak?
Yep.
Yeah.
Open
Ada,
for?
Ada
Anna?
Pasternak.
Ada?
Yeah.
Ada?
I remember seeing I'm not
adorable.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm imagining this. I remember seeing John Mayer there in like 2002 or 2001.
So we debate sometimes like, did John Mayer ever play here?
I
Must
believe
have.
a
I
long
must
time
have.
ago.
But-
I want to say he did. Like obviously
I have
before
no-
he blew up.
Yeah.
I have no knowledge.
Did he blow up yet? Because I can't wait.
I
for
worked
that.
I worked at a cell phone store in Fairfield
Yeah.
with a girl who was obsessed with him.
Mm.
And she pulled out a phone book and the mayors were still listed in the
Yeah.
Fairfield phone book.
Yeah.
And she concocted this huge story about how she went to high school with him and she was just like heard he's in town.
Wow.
And like I was sort of in on the line listening to the phone call and I'm like, this is so fucking wrong.
Dude,
This is not right. She's like, oh, so is he around? She's like, yeah, he's gonna be in town in a month or so. She's like, okay.
like
I do remember seeing
we
him
both
there.
went to high school at Central High School in Bridgeport, and my freshman year, I'm the oldest of the three of us.
Uh-huh.
My freshman year, John Mayer's father was our principal.
That's awesome.
You know,
Oh, really?
yeah, that was Mr. Mayer. Like
Mr.
he
Mayer.
did- yeah, he basically. I didn't really see him very much. Like I think it was like the year before he retired, and I'm pretty sure he just went into his office, locked the door, and
Started drinking.
went home.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
You know,
I just quietly retired.
so yeah, like Central High School that year just was absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
You know,
I can believe
it
it.
was not. It was weird.
Mm.
Freshman year was weird.
I remember
Yeah.
seeing him there at the Acoustic Cafe, and I remember seeing a guy named Russell Wolf, I believe was his name.
Hmm.
He sang a song named Nipple, if you can look it up. It's
Russell Wolf.
pretty
Nipple.
interesting. Nipple.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was a great night, too. Vomited that night also.
Wow.
I have to say I have
Vomitous.
like I've thanks to Will and a lot of other friends in that area, I have so many good memories of the Acoustic. From
Yeah.
all of its different iterations, from the time from when Rich owned it to then when these guys ended up buying it, and now like Will has got the helm of it. It's been it's been almost 20 years of just
In October.
rock solid
Yeah, October. of 20 years.
awesomeness.
Yeah.
Was it
yeah.
Ryan Gurnetz who said like his cousin owned it, used to own it or something?
Oh,
That's not it.
Is that nipple?
I don't
No.
recall.
No,
them.
and there was a.
There's somebody who's like family owned, used to own that.
The Acoustic.
Yeah.
So there's been 3 owners. The Rich Franzino, he was the dude that started it up in '99. He sold it to a woman, Christine, who, oh my god, her last name is escaping me right now, but it's okay. And Christine had it for like a year, and then sold it to my regime, which was it was myself, Larissa DiLorenzo, at the time, Jessica Erzin. There was like a whole bunch of partners. What Louis was just sort of referring to is that a bunch of the partners just left, and now myself and one other guy, David Webster, are the sole owners of it.
Good for you. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers.
So I took over. That was July. I took over.
Let's launch it.
Yes, launch it.
Yes.
Oh,
This
Is
is
that
it.
nipple?
Is this nipple?
This is nipple.
This is
a
Nipple.
great song.
Nipple by who?
Russell Wolf.
Is this live at the Acoustic?
Wolf with 2 F's.
Nipple. They stuck a needle through my nipple.
This is-
You went to see this live?
There was a nipple.
I love that you just like instantly found that.
Matching pair of
Google,
nipples.
man.
Wow.
This is great, isn't it?
This is
Put
good.
a hole through my left nipple. The left they said, but not the right. The needle's fit was kinda tight. I think I lost my appetite for nipples.
All right,
is
we'll
great.
play this at the end.
Yeah, definitely.
man.
That's amazing that you remembered that. and
I
we
do.
Found it. That was
I
great.
remember.
What made you go see that?
Speaking of,
I just walked into it.
And then he vomited immediately. He's just like
Later on that night. I remember like I threw up. I was happy though. I was still laughing from that song. I remember all the words.
That's
Wow.
fantastic.
Uh,
Well, that's what we're shooting for, basically.
Yeah.
So there you
That's
go,
our-
folks. If anybody
that's our
doesn't know the
business model.
acoustic, there you go.
You might see.
Somebody should find him. We should bring him on.
we'll work on that.
Yeah.
We should get him back at the acoustic.
And have him
gonna
play
make it
nipple live on the podcast.
Oh, he's got to
Yeah.
do that.
Oh, that's got.
That's got to happen.
yeah.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
Is he local?
I'm sure we could find him.
I don't know. I don't remember anymore.
Sounded good, didn't it?
I don't know if it matters. Like, you know.
Oh, it smells so much worse. All right, so Lou,
yeah. Yes,
your turn.
my turn. Lou of the Vegas. Let's see, make this story somewhat short. Will actually bought me my first home brewing kit.
Yes, I did.
It's going like 12 or 13, 14 years ago, something like that. I'm pretty sure it started out with Lou likes beer, and maybe I'll get free beer out of this.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, it worked.
Genius.
Yeah, it was a great present. I did not realize. I thought it was a great gift too. Like when I initially got it, I was like, "This is awesome! I'm gonna make a bunch of beer. This is cool." I did not realize that I was gonna like catch some sort of a bug. I was working as a veterinary technician for almost 15 years. I was moonlighting as a martial arts instructor,
Wow.
and
All right. Seeing some connections here.
I always realized that my martial arts was always going to be kind of a second job. That was always going to be, as much as I love it and everything like that, that was never going to be my full-time gig. And I was feeling really burnt out from the whole vet tech world. I took like a week off. I think at the time in Connecticut, there were probably somewhere around 40 breweries in Connecticut. Out now we've gone over 100.
Not quite, but close.
Are we close?
93, I believe.
93? Oh, maybe it's 100 as of this year that
There's a few on the horizon.
right
that,
that will be opening. Okay. But so out of the 40 at the time, I think I hit 36 of them. And I was literally like knocking on doors and leaving messages on their phones and leaving emails and all that. I shoved a handwritten note in the front door of Shebeen Brewing because it was one of the last places that I had gone to. They weren't open at the time. There was nobody there, and or at least nobody answering the door. So I shoved this note in there, essentially telling them, "I will do this for free." Like I will do whatever you want for free. Just I want to learn how to do this. I want to see if this is real. And that started out because Will and I were sitting around the fire pit. That's a little bit over 4 years ago, I think now.
Yeah, 'cause you started doing sales for a while. Just got in the door. Doing sales.
I started just cleaning floors.
Yeah.
You know, that I started volunteering, just cleaning floors and, you know, scooping out the mash tun and all that. And I wouldn't go away. Yeah. So so there was a spot that opened up on the sales side of things, and Rich Fisco, the owner, asked me if I was willing to do sales. I'm not much of a salesman, but I just wanted to keep my foot in the door. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. I don't care what it is. I'll just keep doing it. Thank you. At the time, I was working overnight shifts at a emergency hospital, and my now 4-year-old twins were like brand new. They were just like right out of the oven, you know. So I wasn't. You can imagine, I just wasn't sleeping ever.
Twins, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
The topic of the show.
So, basically, what I would do is take one day out of the week, and I would go do sales, and one of those Mondays out of the month, I would spend the time at the brewery just trying to learn stuff.
I think it was a big thing too is like that, you know, again, doing sales, but that Lou made a point a lot to, like if they knew it was a brew day or whatever, he'd get, you know, make sure to like be there and just kind of be there with the brewer and, you know, just up the guy's ass. So
basically telling him like, if you're brewing, let me know.
Well, I remember my father a lot, like, you know, with the twins, I was helping watch the kids at the time, and he's like, oh, what's he doing? You know, is he even like making any money? And I was like, honestly, like, he's enjoying doing it, you know, and I think obviously, you know, being a father, supporting your family, working, you being frustrated with the vet job, you know, and then at the time he wasn't doing martial arts at this point, you know, for all the reasons. So it was just like this thing. I was like, hey, who cares? You know, who cares? He's like enjoying doing it. He's enjoying being a part of this brewery and helping wherever he can. And then I'll, you know.
Yeah. Matt Belmere, who was the head brewer at the time, was absolutely huge. He's now one of the brewers over at Two Roads.
Yeah.
So a while back ago, he got the opportunity to go and work for Two Roads, and I was on a sales run, and Rich called me up, which is really rare. I very rarely had any need to really talk to him about much of anything. So when he called me up, my initial reaction was, holy crap, what the hell did I do this time? Mm-hmm. And he called me up and essentially was like, you know, so you've been saying that you want to brew. And I was like, yeah.
Show me.
And he's like, so do you want to brew? And again, I was like, yeah. Like really kind of nervously. And he said, so here's the deal. Here's the opportunity. I'm going to talk to a few other people, but, you know, you're in the running for it. And so I basically told him, if you give me about 10 minutes, I will call my job and quit my job, and I will see you in a little while. And I mean, essentially, that's kind of what I did. I called up my wife. I told her what Rich was proposing, and, you know, God bless her. She was like, if you don't do this, if you don't try and do this for real, you're going to hate yourself.
That's cool. She supported you.
Yeah, she was completely behind it, you know. And all of this like really started out as Will and I sitting around the fire pit drunk on homebrew. And I really jokingly said, wouldn't it be cool if I could brew beer for a living? And I started cracking up laughing because I thought I was just full of shit. You know, I was like, you know, who the hell has that job? That's ridiculous. You can't do that. And, you know, here I am now on May 5th of this year. I will be officially 2 years into being the head brewer of Shebeen Brewing.
Nice, man. Good for you.
Yeah.
Thanks. Congrats.
Thank you.
So I missed something in the timeline there. So from the sales job to the call, that started the 2 years, or you were
no my
'cause you weren't head brewer, right?
No. I got hired as you know, just a brewer first. And realistically, just the fact that Rich kind of said, okay, we're going to take this home brewer and we're going to put him on a production system and see if he can do this for real. That takes some real balls, because it's not like I had
Real money in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, this is it's a lot of steel. It's a 15-barrel direct fire brew house with 30-barrel fermenters, 15-barrel fermenters, and that beer doesn't just stay in Connecticut. It's, like right now, we're distributing here in Connecticut, self distro in Connecticut. We're third-party distro in New Jersey, and just this past year we opened up in Massachusetts.
Nice.
That's a lot of money to put in the hands of a rookie, essentially.
Yeah, it's
Like
like
just
they're-
hand them the keys.
I mean,
and
how many
go, "Let's see
people-
what you got?"
Yeah, how many people are like, I brew at home or whatever my
Yeah.
basement.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
Us.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
But knowing how to do it on a commercial scale certainly is.
yeah,
like,
and
you can't screw up the. Beer.
I went into that, like really outwardly saying, yeah, I could do this. I've got this. I can handle this. But like inside, I was terrified.
and you go home, you're like, oh
You know,
shit, can
yeah.
I do this?
I was seriously. I was like,
Fake it till you make it.
I was puckering up big time on that one for sure.
So I went
But
to
thankfully it worked out.
I went to Shebeen actually pretty recently for the first time. I'm going to every brewery in Connecticut right now.
Nice.
I've got about 8 left.
Ooh, cool.
Jesus.
Yeah, I fucking hammered it.
Have you
and
run out of money yet?
I'll never run out of money. I suck dicks on that. So,
There you go.
That's a
in the
good.
parking
You got
do
a
what you
sound
gotta
drop.
do,
You
you
got a
know?
sound drop. Jeff saying there's money in the game.
Yeah, I didn't say which game it was.
I've never seen a dick that I didn't want to suck.
That was actually not. That was
That's
Jay.
all.
Yeah, it was Jay. but-
2 things stuck out in my mind. Well, 3 things. It was a nice facility. It's very big. But there was a sour.
That's what she said.
What was
Uh,
that?
When you brought it, did you?
This was
well,
probably about 2 weeks ago.
we have a couple there. I did not bring we had cranberry yum yum.
That's what it was.
That
is what it was because I remember saying, "I'll have a cranberry yum yum, please."
Yeah, cranberry yum yum was a kettle sour that it was selfishly kind of directed towards my mom because my mom doesn't like beer, but she does like tart and kind of citrusy things, and she likes cranberry juice and stuff like that.
That's the ladies too.
So the whole Yum Yum series is a light ABV. It's like I want to say it's like 5.2% or something like that. In the case with cranberry Yum Yum, which is kind of cool,
Keep saying it.
I did. What we did was we put somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 or so. It was like I think it's 88 pounds of cranberry puree. And then we also added this really cool Marquette red wine grape must that we got from these folks in Vermont.
Was that must?
Yeah, the must. Just to kind of cut through that tartness and that bitterness that kind of comes with real cranberries, But I wanted to keep it light. I didn't want it to be for the big time sourhead. I wanted it to be a little bit more approachable for if you wanted to introduce someone to sours,
Yeah.
that's a good one to introduce them with because it's not completely over the top.
I liked it. And then the
Um,
other one that stood out was the cannoli, and I went all the way with the rim and everything.
Yeah, the whole
Got a little rim
you
job
gotta
there,
dress it
Jeff?
up.
Rim
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
that? What do they? What do they rim it with?
It's like
We-
it's
we-
like sugar and cinnamon and
Yeah,
Oh
what
my
we do is
goodness.
we rim the glasses with powdered sugar,
Wow.
and then you pour the beer, and then we give it a little dusting of like cocoa flakes or cocoa powder. Yeah. You got to dress it up. I always tell people the and again, cannoli is another series where we have several different types.
That was,
We have the standard cannoli spiced ale, but then like recently we released chocolate cherry cannoli.
I think it was that one.
That's in the fridge. Yeah.
oh yeah.
Have you ever just put oregano in it or mascarpone?
Have not gone with mascarpone yet. I've been thinking about. I've been trying to figure out how to do it because it has oils in it,
Yeah.
and obviously since you guys have brewed here at home, anytime you're dealing with an
take
oil,
that sentence with a grain of salt.
anytime you're dealing with oils, it
grain
kills
of
your head
barley.
retention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about just like a big scoop of vanilla ice cream?
There is vanilla in cannoli.
No, I mean just like
Just vanilla
Ice
ice cream
cream.
itself.
and then just pour the
Pop it
beer
in there.
around it.
Yeah,
Make
you
a
could
float.
try that out. Yeah,
Yeah, you should just
Yeah.
do that.
We should try that out.
it's not a bad idea. Yeah.
I was really confused by that beer. I liked it.
Cannoli,
Yeah,
it's bizarre.
I liked it. I was
It's,
just,
it's a bizarre beer.
yeah.
You
I
have
That's
to
actually
try
one of
it
your guys'
with the rim job.
It's a really good seller, though, right? Like that's
I mean,
been
would it
a
essentially
staple.
fall
I
under
feel
like
like
a
in
spice beer?
It's because you want to chew. Like that's one of those flavors that you want to chew.
yeah.
The
And
weird
you can't
part
chew
about
it.
the very strange part about cannoli is if we were to if we were to put cannoli out into especially into the Connecticut market, it's not going to be a home run. It's just not what the market really wants. However, throughout the almost 6 years now, the Shebeen Brewing has been in existence. Consistently, cannoli has been the number one sale in the tap room.
Wow.
So
it's
there's-
like what you guys are kind
In
of
the tap
known
room.
for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it doesn't. Whatever folks think about that beer, and everybody has their own opinion, including myself. And whatever
is your opinion?
whatever those opinions
Let's
are,
get down to
on
the
that-
nitty gritty.
I feel like the negative opinions though are people that haven't tried it. That
Or
probably
it's-
just
I
heard
haven't
the-
had it in a very long
I
time.
don't like
or it's
that
folks
shit,
that just
man.
don't really
don't like
like
that
dessert
Yeah.
beers because
Yeah.
it's really what it is. It's
Yeah.
I
I mean,
respect it.
It's kind of a spice beer, in a
Yeah,
sense, which I don't normally care for.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you're
doesn't mean it's
not
bad,
into
it's just
dessert
not-
beers,
Right. It's just not something
it's just
that
not
I.
your
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You know,
I also
And
don't like
you
peanut butter.
Maybe
so-
you just don't want a pint of it. Maybe you're okay with a taster. It could be,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
what I
there's
tell-
a lot of things like that. Like,
Yeah, like port wines.
yeah,
Port wines
Exactly.
is a perfect example where you're not going to have a full glass of
No.
a port wine. You want
Yeah.
you want that little kind of snifter
try a little
thing
bit.
like
Yeah,
at the
you
end
kinda
of
just-
dinner.
Yeah, you
and
just nurture it.
you're okay with that.
Yeah.
I had it in
Yeah.
a flight.
While
Yeah.
we're
yeah.
talking about your beer, let's
Mhm.
talk about the beer
That's in our
we're
glass?
drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah. So what we're
Tell us
drinking
about
right
this. I
now
didn't mean to
is
cut you off. I apologize. My
What are we
thought
doing?
was coming out.
we're having these are a few of my favorite things. This is one of the very few beers that the recipe was mine, and B that I named.
cool.
Because
You
not
got a huge Sound of Music. Is that Sound of Music?
yeah, it was
Yeah.
Sound of Music.
I've never seen that.
Not all of the recipes
Fantastic.
that come out are necessarily my creations.
Yeah.
There's a lot of folks on the team come up with different ideas, and they're always doing stuff. So I can't sit here and tell you that I come up with every recipe that comes out of Shebeen Brewing. I'd be lying if I said that. But this is one this was my recipe, and it got named mainly because for some ridiculous reason that I have no explanation for, I was in the back doing a bunch of cellar work, and I, for the life of me, could not get that damn song out of my head.
All right.
It wasn't playing on the radio. I hadn't just heard it. I have no freaking
It
excuse.
just popped in there.
It was just in there.
I've been like that with bad and bougie.
You're always like that with
Migos.
Bad
Yeah,
Bougie.
You know what
it's
I
just
was-
stuck in my head.
I've been all night when I got here, and I was setting up. I was whistling the theme song to Bobby's World. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I
Bobby's
was-
World.
Yeah.
I've had,
The
I'll
other
tell
day
you what
I
I'm
had
going to be
Fraggle
singing
Rock.
though. Nipple.
Nipple.
You're
that's
gonna have nipple
be-
stuck in your head.
We're
by the
all
end
going
of
to
the
go
day.
It's
home
gonna
with
be-
that one.
Well, I'll say that I saved a little trickle of it at the bottom. I had a whole can of it while you guys were talking.
Yeah, I drank my own can
It
too.
was really good. Yeah.
It's nice.
I'll skip the taster.
let me see the can. Let me see the
Whiskers
can.
on kittens.
So I just want
There
to
it goes.
because my reviews are awful. I'm just gonna say it's super fruity and I liked it. And hurry up
Yeah.
so we can open up something else.
What's the hop? What kind of hops we got?
Can you
going
tell
on
us
here?
what's in there? Is it
Yeah. The grain bill itself is actually really, really simple. It's just some.
very light in color?
It's some really easy base pills and malt. There's a little bit of flaked oats in there. There is some golden naked oats, and then the hop bill is lemon drop, Amarillo, and El Dorado.
Oh.
Mainly
Lemon drop. What else?
lemon drop, Amarillo, and El Dorado. Mainly because the lemon drop and Amarillo in particular used to be really, really popular. They were really popular a few years ago, and then they've kind of, once Citra and Mosaic and Galaxy and all these other ones started coming out, a lot of folks kind of forgot about these, what I think are still really, really good, delicious, solid hops.
Yeah.
So I wanted to come back to it. What's
Is
that?
this dry hopped with all three, or
Dry hopped with all, yeah, it's whirlpooled and then dry hopped with all three, yeah.
I really like the aroma, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a good time, and the one of the things that kind of
It's not a typical IPA aroma, I would say. Like,
no,
it's not that,
again,
I
that
think that-
lemon drop kind of
Yeah.
like punches through a little bit.
more delicate, but it's very present. At the
Well, it
same
definitely has, I think, that fruity aspect. That
Kind of like the way you
that
talk into your
citrusy-
mic. Very delicate.
Gingerly.
Eat shit.
He got you,
But
fucker.
yeah, that's interesting you say that. I didn't know that about the
Give me that headset.
the
man.
hops that you're using.
yeah,
That at the same time, although it's fruity and it's really tasty and all that,
yeah.
it was like, what is this? As you smell it and taste it, it's like it's
Yeah.
different than what I'm used to. I guess they're not as popular as. whatever
I'm actually
your-
going to be. You guys have got to
Mosaics or
remind me because
whatever.
I'm going to be brewing another batch of it soon.
Smells like
So
cigars.
what I really,
smells like shame.
when we get the fresh batch done, I want you guys to smell it and try it when it's brand new.
Definitely.
How old is
when
this baby?
This was done a little over a month ago.
Okay.
Oh, I also found and emailed Russell Wolf.
I went.
Did you really?
Nice.
That's awesome.
Oh wow! All right.
It's not even 6% either.
No.
No, we'll definitely do that.
It's like 5.5 or 5.6%, something like that.
You gotta try. You gotta try the fresh beer when I brew it.
Just like
Twist my
drop
arm.
out of that thing. on me.
What are you gonna do?
But yeah, it's this thing was just it was a lot of fun to make. I think the kind of inspiration for this beer was Will brought home a session IPA from Bissell Brothers that to this day I think is still probably one of, if not the best session IPAs that I've had. And I
Do
was
you remember which one it was?
I think it must have been Baby Genius.
I think it was Baby Genius, and
Yeah.
I drank that thing and I was like, holy crap, I
Great.
have to do something
They're so
like
good.
that.
I've heard so many good things about that beer. I'm gonna get up to him, Mike. I've heard so many good things about that beer. 2 years ago, I was actually in Maine. I went there, and somebody told me to get that beer. John Watson told me to get that beer.
Shout
And,
out to John Watson, whoever
Shout
you
out to
are.
John Watson.
Hey, John.
Great brewer. And I got it, and it was like milky and like really like weirdly bitter. And, like,
What?
Oh, really?
What
Yeah,
did
it was
you
like
get?
Oh no! Like I got the milky thing, but it was soft and it was delicate. And
the one I had was like had that burn, like a burn to it.
I had Swish when I was
And
there.
I was
and
like,
it
fuck this,
Swish.
brothers.
one of the
No.
top.
Yeah, Swish is.
It was like one of the best.
Yeah.
I really
Swish is
like
awesome.
Bissell Brothers.
I was also hammered when I got there. I ate
well,
shawarma.
no,
There was a
no.
shawarma truck.
Yeah.
Oh, your fucking palate was wrecked open like
Yeah.
an
I
anal
just remember being like,
scene.
like,
Yeah.
burn, I had a burn to it.
wow.
Yeah, I've never been there.
No, I haven't.
You were
I haven't been to
drunk
Bissell
and covered
either.
in shawarma.
Yeah, I haven't been to Bissell either, but I'm a big fan of a lot of their work.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
know
no,
they make
great
good
over
beer.
there.
I
they
just,
do some.
I
Portland,
wasn't
Maine
blown
in
away
general.
by Baby
just-
Genius like everyone says
Yeah.
to me.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I really liked it up there. It's a nice facility. I went to the new one. I guess I never knew about it when it was the old one. But
Yeah, me
when I was
neither.
there, it was already the new one.
I had
It's
spent
nice.
like 2 hours at Allagash before I went there, and I was like,
Whatever you brought back was
Yeah.
banging.
Yeah.
I didn't
Alligator-
love
You gotta do it in the
Alligator
other-
has a pretty amazing facility.
Oh, that
over there.
facility's
That place is
huge.
I know a guy who's a brewer there, so we
ridiculous.
got like this
Oh, really?
extended private tour. Me and my
Yeah.
girlfriend, and
Oh, wow.
just they kept giving us beer and giving us beer. It was like,
I-
Well,
Yeah,
that's the
so
movement. So you
good.
go. There's that road that Allagash is on, and there's like
foundation.
there's
Yeah.
all these other ones.
Foundation. Oh my
I think
god, that's
Bissell
another
used to
beer.
be-
Holy crap!
So that's
They
Bissell
make
used
some
to be
good
in
beer over
Foundation.
there.
yeah. I think I heard the same thing. Yeah.
That is correct.
And Foundation expanded a little bit because I've been to Foundation like
they?
twice, and yeah, just like I don't know. Yeah, they just.
I don't get out much. I don't get.
I hear
to
you,
see-
You
brother.
gotta if you're gonna get out. That's
I
go to
don't. I don't
Portland.
get to see very many breweries. Like half the time, people
Me
are
neither.
like, "Well, like where have you gone?" And I'm like, "I don't. I have to do things."
Go to
I was the beer guy
Portland.
for this
Uh-huh.
podcast. I still am the beer guy, but I've probably been to like a dozen breweries in
Right.
Connecticut, and Jeff
This guy's
Just like
80.
fucking-
He's like 86 or something.
killed it this over the past like
I'll tell
2
you what.
months.
Like,
How long
you
has it
know,
been?
It's like I've been going to like 11 every weekend for like
Jesus.
3 weeks. 4
That's
weeks.
pretty amazing.
I mean, I started at 30 before I even started.
Yeah, but you
Oh,
did
okay.
60.
All right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, I get
Wow.
like personally, I get really lucky because like people just bring me crap, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
awesome,
That'd be
thanks.
awesome,
'cause
yeah.
I can't get there.
I used to work
You
at
know.
Maltos and Voracious,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I had the same.
Hey, that's where that.
That's where that beer kit came from.
Okay,
Yeah,
I worked
yeah.
there for 5 years.
Mark and shout out to Mark and Tess.
Yeah.
Mark and Tess over there at Maltos and Voracious are two of the sweetest human beings you can possibly meet.
They're
They're
great.
just they're just amazing people that kind of attract other amazing people. And yeah,
Those dogs too, right? It's all about the dogs.
Yeah. Bring that back.
Unfortunately, they've passed the two main
Oh,
ones. They have
really?
a younger puppy now,
Yeah. Oh,
a little Ralphie, but Grady and Lucy are.
They passed on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, great place.
Wait,
Yeah,
those are
they're
new
great to
dogs?
Learn and experience.
Well,
What?
Those are new dogs?
Ralphie.
Ralph is
there's one. new dog.
Ralph is the young
Oh,
one.
all right,
Yeah,
all right, all right.
Yeah.
I only feel half cheated.
Yeah, no. And they're killing it right now. They're working with 12% project, yeah, which is really, really great. I want to take a little bit of credit for that because
Take it, man.
they
Go ahead.
So, you got the mic.
Get
Let
on
everybody know.
we over at Shebeen, we were working with the guys from Fat Orange Cat, and they decided to kind of do their own thing and go with the 12% project and everything like that. And it's like, no harm, no foul. It was a good.
Can you guys
business
educate
decision
me on this? I'm just a sound guy.
The 12% beer project.
Yeah.
The 12% beer project
Oh.
essentially is a collective
asked, now you
of
have to
brewers.
listen.
Now I know.
Yeah. So like Evil Twin is probably the
Yeah.
biggest one.
Okay. Fascinating.
So now they are a bunch of those guys are now working with Mark and Tess over at Voracious.
Yeah, I mean
and
they've
stuff
moved
like that.
around. They've done thimble.
Well, they're all over the country.
Yeah,
They're all over the country. And
I
they
didn't know that actually.
Yeah, the 12% beer project is technically, and I'm sure somebody's going to correct me on this, but like I think technically the 12% beer project is essentially a distribution collective, if that makes any sense. So it's an umbrella company that underneath it has Evil Twin and now Fat Orange Cat and a whole bunch of other ones. And they produce beer at different breweries. They don't have a 12% beer project brewery.
Yeah,
People
Fat,
are brewing
Fat Orange
for
Cat has their own brewery.
so it's
You
essentially
know-
to distribute in other areas
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
as well as collabing with another brewery.
Right.
Sort of.
so the guys from Fat Orange Cat have their own brewery in East Hampton, right?
Everyone's asking you now.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I know.
No, blurs
I
together.
The
though.
problem is because I go so many at a time.
I want to
can't
say
ever
I want to
remember.
say it's
near
East
Fox
Hampton.
Farm, which is Salem. It's a little bit east of.
Yeah.
It's a little bit east of that.
Yeah, Mike,
you guys
if you're
are
out
in
there, let me
Wolcott,
know.
right?
We're out of Wolcott. Yeah,
Okay.
we're in Wolcott. Like we're literally the first address in
Wolcott,
Wolcott,
which is
Yeah,
how you
which is
have
right
to
over
pronounce it.
Waterbury.
Yeah, I actually,
Wolcott.
I definitely went right past you guys and had to come back.
That happens a lot. We're trying to fix that actually.
Yeah, GPS.
We're
on
really
Google
trying
Maps
to
is kind of.
we're trying to correct that issue now. But like I've gotten really lucky because from the time that I started as a brewer, even before I was named head brewer, I've had the opportunity to work with Todd Sullivan from Pioneer Brewing, which became Connecticut Valley. I had the opportunity to work again with Matt Belmer, who's now working with Two Roads Brewing. Ashley Kearns, who is now part of Connecticut Valley as well. Obviously Rich Visco, who's got like 30 some odd years of brewing experience under his belt. Sean Rusnick, who is the head brewer now of why am I messing up his name? Sean, you're gonna kill me. Greater Good Brewing
We won't
Company.
tell him.
There it is. Greater Good Brewing
Where's
Company.
that?
Greater Good is out of Massachusetts. I want to say they're in the Springfield area, I believe. Mike and Scott are from Fat Orange Cat. Mike Sartor from Shakespeare Brewing. Micah Kerr from Boondoggle Beers. Like
Name
I've gotten the
drop.
chance to work with a lot of really amazing brewers, and again, coming from that home brewer
Oh, yeah.
thing to working with all these different brewers that have been absolutely, wonderful with their time and their expertise and like teaching me how to do things and all that stuff. Like, I there's no way I could pay for that education.
Yeah.
I can't. There's no way to pay for that.
No, I can't imagine
You
how
know.
you would.
It's freaking ridiculous, and all these guys have been absolutely wonderful to me.
Sorry,
And,
excuse me. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah.
Make some fucking
So
noise.
yeah, it's been
He either doesn't talk
It's
to the
been a
mic, or he
really
makes all kinds of
awesome
I'm the only
Right.
one who has to get up and get in the fridge.
You're
Go
out of
fuck
your
yourself.
element, Johnny.
You guys, are you guys done?
love it.
What
We're never done.
What's your
Let's get started.
I mean, I can ask you what was your favorite beer to brew, but like, which is your favorite beer to brew on a normal basis?
To brew,
Like all around, like you like to brew it, to drink it. What,
just in general.
which is most fun for you all around?
I love stouts and porters. I still love stouts and porters. I'm one of those people that will drink a stout or a porter in the middle of springtime or summertime. I don't give two dams. You know,
Right.
like some people are like, I only drink stouts and porters in the wintertime. You know, okay, you have that in the wintertime. I will save that sumbitch and have it in the middle of goddamn July. Happy as shit.
I think stouts just intimidate me. It's funny because like I love Guinness, right?
Yeah.
And I will in Guinness, and I know it's like this weird like misconception where people think it's like, oh, it's so heavy, but it's like one of the lightest beers,
Yeah.
right? And I guess just I know that and I'm familiar with it, so I'm comfortable with it. But like, you know, getting into other stouts and porters and things like that, I'm always like, yeah, I don't know, you know.
Well,
it's
I
like,
mean, there's
like offering me scotch or something.
No,
I'm like, "Ah."
there's a lot of folks out there that make like really big, you know, imperial porters and imperial stouts and you know the 8.something% stouts and all that stuff. And those are
Yeah.
delicious. Don't get me wrong. Those are
Right.
goddamn delicious.
Yeah.
But having
However, having a 5.2% or a 6% stout that just works.
yeah.
I'm
Sure.
all
Totally.
about that. I mean, that's what roundabout, for instance, stuck in a roundabout that we make is only 5 and change. Java Pig that we make is 6%. I should have brought. Damn it! I didn't even think about it.
That's a go get it.
Jeff, what
I
are you
have
passing
one-
around right now?
We have a version of Java Pig at the brewery right now that we affectionately call Maple Java. It is the base beer is Java Pig, our regular bacon oatmeal coffee stout that we make, which is kind of ridiculous in and of itself. But then what we
Sure.
did was we took a couple barrels of it and we put it on some oak spirals that we soaked in whiskey for like 2 years. And then, maybe
2
a little
years.
of the whiskey
Okay.
fell in. Yeah. And then we added some maple to it, you know, and it's maple sap. It's not like maple syrup. It's the maple sap that we added to
sure.
it, you know. So it's just this really, really cool, interesting flavor. I should have brought a damn growler of it because it's not like
What
we're
the
damn
hell,
the damn thing,
Lou?
you know.
Whatever I'm drinking right now tastes
Next
awesome.
time.
What are we
Some
having now?
smoothie shop.
Smoothie shop.
Smoothie shop.
Smoothie shop. Shout out
I'll
to Nick.
take you to the smoothie shop.
Yeah. Smoothie shop.
Okay.
That's
That's what we got.
Smoothie
Hey, I
shop.
don't think
is,
I've had this one.
You haven't had smoothie shop?
I don't think I have.
Holy crap!
What kind of brother are you?
I know. What have I done?
Smoothie. So smoothie shop is a single hop. Smoothie shop is done with all
Smells like
citra.
ice cream.
All I need is one
It's
hop.
done
does.
with
Tastes like
all
ice cream.
citra,
It does taste
a
like
little
ice
bit of
cream.
lactose,
Like cotton candy.
and some
Oh
vanilla.
wow! I see.
You know what it kind of reminds me of?
You said lactose?
The
you know
song
the,
A little bit of
Nipples?
lactose. Yeah.
Yeah. You know the
Nipples.
you know the astronaut ice cream?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
The strawberry one.
Dried.
Dried?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of that, which is delicious.
Yeah, I find it like creamsicle like.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Definitely has a creamsicle
Yeah.
quality.
Very much. Yeah.
Creamsicle quality.
Yeah.
That's what you should call it.
That's a good one.
CQ.
CQ creamsicle
Yeah.
quality.
Shout out to Nick,
Bruh.
one of our brewers. This is Nick's recipe that we upsized.
This is great. You know what? You on Instagram you see a shit ton of milkshake IPAs, but you don't really see them around here.
Hmm.
They're all like,
I think I only had one.
Oh,
and
wait.
it was Evil Twin, maybe.
yeah.
I've never had one that actually tasted like a milkshake.
I had a Bolero snort one.
I think Camp Falls also does a milkshake. Don't
I think-
they?
I haven't had it.
I think Johnny did one at
Did
Armada.
You know,
One of his
maybe the
privateers.
last- yeah, the
Armada,
privateer
maybe-
ones.
One of his
Yeah.
privateers was a milkshake.
Yeah.
We could be, yeah.
I had one at the Collective Arts Brewery in Hamilton, but it didn't taste like a milkshake at all.
Oh, was that the art show one?
I don't know. It was I was in a flight. I don't
The
remember.
art show beer was amazing.
But this actually does taste like a milkshake.
It really does.
Yeah,
This tastes awesome.
a lot of folks really dig this beer. This
Yeah,
this one is-
when you talk
this
about
one
like a
is
dessert
fans.
beer,
weird.
like this is exactly.
Yeah.
It's
that.
weird
yeah,
in a good way.
Yeah,
It's definitely weird.
it is definitely weird.
Unusual. Yeah.
You see though, like this is weird, but like my taste place likes it.
Taste place.
I don't know if I could drink a whole
And
one of these.
accepts
I like.
it.
I feel like
this,
it'd be fun to like somebody who's been drink because the look of it, the color of it. Like I just wouldn't expect this flavor to come out of it.
No.
So I'd
not at
like
all.
to just like switch somebody's beer on them
Yeah.
and just have him like take a big swig and be like, "What the hell?"
See, like this.
I would like.
This
we were
I want
talking
to
about,
drink.
We were talking about doing a float before. I'd like to like put some sherbet or something in this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The cannoli.
Sherbet.
The cherry chocolate cannoli. That
Froyo.
Fuck you all.
that
Froyo,
tastes
bro.
good, but like this, my mouth wants to drink. That my mouth wants to chew on, and then like drink like a tall glass of milk afterwards.
Sherbet. He
And I
said,
There's
can't.
kind of
He said
there's an ongoing joke right now
Smell
at the
it.
brewery.
What the fuck's wrong with
sherbet?
I just want a sherbet, guys.
There's an ongoing joke at the brewery because
said
one
that.
of the things that we found is that I have an extreme aversion to
Sound
vanilla,
like a sound drop.
Oh, all right.
and so like the
Just not a
cannoli,
fan of it.
the cannoli beer, smoothie shop, and stuff like that. When we're adding the vanilla, a lot of times what we need to do, because we're adding natural vanilla, we're not. It's not like we're not sitting there with like an extract dropper.
It's
We're
beans.
we're putting in. Well, it's liquid vanilla, but it's
Extract.
natural vanilla, from Madagascar, I think it is.
Dude,
Why
why go so far for vanilla? Is that like where is it?
we're
That's
actually
the best vanilla.
we're
You have
actually
to go to
looking
Madagascar?
yeah, we're looking into getting a Mexican supplier, but
That seems like
Mexico's a
so
little
much
shady
more
nowadays.
reasonable. Well,
Well,
yeah.
it's shady right now.
Is the Mexican stuff brown or?
Where's your no? Well,
Stickier.
no, it might be. Yeah, but
That's
border
different.
walls and all
Doo-doo
that
brown.
thing. Moving on. No, but so
They're gonna have to climb
Yeah,
the
so I
wall
mean,
to get it.
yeah,
cool.
everybody goofs on me
Was that-
because
so
I
I don't have to
can't.
drink Jaeger for that, right?
I just want to apologize. That was a potted joke. That was not a racist joke.
I mean, according to Google, Madagascar bourbon and Tahitian vanilla beans
They're the
are
best,
the best
ones.
ones.
Out. Yeah,
That's where you
they're the
gotta
best
go?
Ones out there. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's and it's expensive as shit.
The Philippines.
I tell you what, that's
Yeah.
where I get all my vanilla.
Yeah, it's probably most of it. Probably.
That's the last place you would look for vanilla. That's
Yeah.
a racial joke.
I'll tell you.
That was a racist.
You know what's
And
weird?
what's wrong with it?
Dude,
you know?
the vanilla actually went up in price because they got hammered by a tsunami a while ago, and it like wiped out like half of their crops and
Oh, wow.
shit. So
Wow.
vanilla, like
Things-
seriously, like a year ago, vanilla went up like
The
It
more-
happened to
You know.
Sumatra Coffee when I
Yeah,
used to work at
oh,
Starbucks.
it
man.
got real
And
expensive.
then
dude.
again last year, I think.
yeah,
And again this year.
yeah. So everybody makes fun of me because like whenever we go like to you got to add the vanilla and then taste it before we know it's right and everything. I literally have to go to everybody and go, can you guys taste this and tell me if I need to add more?
You're just
Because
not, you're never gonna.
I'm like, if I put in like a quarter of a cup in a 30-barrel batch, I'm like, I'm good.
You're like Midwest people and spicy.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I get it.
well, it for some reason vanilla, and I can eat spicy crap all day, like these little pepper
Those are
whatever
Those are
these
awesome.
Those are
I
good.
could eat
I've
these all
heard
day
those
long.
ones are a little peppery.
They could add a
Yeah.
little more
Yeah.
pepper. I think they could.
Yeah, I could do this all day long, but vanilla apparently just kicks my ass.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
eat
know
one
why.
now.
The first couple will get in your throat if you don't. You know what I mean?
That's
but
what
after
she
the
said.
first couple, they're great.
Oh!
Hey.
Did anybody else catch the when Drunk Alpaca did their the little description of their beers? They said it was sweet on the tongue or something like that. I giggled a little bit when I heard that.
I'm working with those lovely ladies soon.
Yeah, they're awesome. The two of them.
I'm
are
doing.
awesome.
Last year we did double
Stephanie
chip
and
mo.
Joan, right?
We did a show at Tribus.
Stefania.
and,
Stefania. That's what it is.
Stefania. And we did a show at Tribus, and I put on Instagram for somebody to bring cookies, preferably baked by a mom. And she gave Tom M like a bag,
Yeah.
a gigantic
She showed up
bag.
with a ton.
Of
And
treats.
she was like, I'm a mom. Bring these cookies to them.
Because we were at Tribus, right?
Yeah, we were at Tribus.
Jeff, what is this beer that you brought? Just to try.
So I
What
got.
are we having?
I have this growler,
Crack-a-lackin'.
Yeah. Let's do that now.
and I haven't been able to fill it yet. So I actually went to a couple places this weekend
Yourself.
that I would have filled. I went to New Park in Hartford, and they would actually not fill third-party growlers. So I took it. I bought
Bitches.
So I bought some cans from them, and then and it actually worked out well because I got cans from them, and after that I went to Five Churches, and I'm sorry I don't remember the name of this beer. They didn't give me a tag for it, but it is a New England IPA. It's fucking real dank.
Damn. You ain't lying.
And so yeah, basically we have to start drinking it because I'm gonna drink the whole growler otherwise.
Damn, y'all ain't fucking around over there.
Yeah. This
So
is,
New Park, you said, right?
No, New Park's in the cans. I did bring some of the cans, but
Oh.
this is Five Churches.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
From
yeah.
5 churches.
So good.
I looked on their website to try
I've
and
been
get the
wanting to
name.
go over there. Their place looks pretty amazing.
It's really nice, and they do great
Right?
pizza in there too.
I gotta tell you, dude, Connecticut
2 years, I
breweries,
think.
by the way, Connecticut breweries are just fucking killing it right now.
Yeah.
Like we've got some awesome
spoiled.
breweries. Yeah, we really
Oh,
are.
100%.
It's
We
really-
really are.
It's funny you mentioned that because I'm going to the Bruins game on the 19th, and I'm staying over in the city. So I was just looking at my path, on Google Maps and any breweries that
Where
are in
can I go, yeah.
Massachusetts, and like I gotta say, besides like Trillium and Treehouse, which I've already been to both of them,
Right.
there's nothing that's really like I'm gonna go out of my way for. But
Yeah.
in Connecticut, we got like a ton of them, and we're such a small
And
state.
they're all really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, really, like everybody in Connecticut right now, like from top to bottom, like
When I'm when I'm in Jersey,
I'm saying we because like
Not
I'm
really.
actually
Not agree.
peers with these guys, and it's pretty freaking awesome. Hi,
Yeah.
everybody out there.
That's cool.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, like I get to see these guys at like
Talk to
every
your
now and
friends.
then.
Apparently, some people listen.
Right, hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, one or two of them are listening. No, but like I
Not
get to
kidding.
actually hang out with these guys every now and again at like brewery guild meetings and that kind of stuff. And holy shit,
you guys
dude,
have a
like,
guild?
yeah. There's
That's
a
awesome.
Brewers Guild. Yeah, Connecticut Brewers Guild.
Yeah, you
It's
saw
pretty
those
awesome.
passports that everybody's using at
Mhm.
breweries and stuff. That's
Yeah.
the Brewers Guild.
Oh,
Yeah,
do they like knight you?
I have not been knighted by anyone.
Just
so
because some
far,
aquatic
no.
taught through sword at you is no basis for government.
Yeah,
I went round saying
might-
I was king because some boys in Bint lobbed a scimitar at me.
I'd take a pat on the head. Maybe that's I don't know.
They should do something. I mean,
No, but like everybody that I've been in this industry so far has been incredibly nice and super
It's
freaking
a very good beer.
talented.
Yeah.
And
I
super,
actually-
yeah.
So, a couple times, like going up to Portland, Maine, and I was, and telling Lou, I'm going on, Bissell Brothers, going to Foundation and stuff. So he gave me a case of beer, a little variety pack of Shebeen. He's like, oh yeah, just like give them to people. And I felt like weird about it. I don't know why. And, I was sort of nervous. I'm like, well, am I just going to go up and hand this beer to the people? They don't know who I am, or I just felt weird about it. And then at Bissell Brothers, as I get to the line and I buy my beer, I'm like, hey, my brother's he's a brewer in Connecticut. Like, he gave me some beer for you guys to try. Would that be all right? And then I think as I was saying it out loud, I'm like, oh yeah, this is really cool. This is fine.
Yeah.
And
It's
they were
just
like
really
super nice about it. They were like, what? Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, just bring it in. Yeah, we'd love to have it. And I brought it with a card. Did it at Foundation. They paid for the flight on the house. I had like already ordered it, and they gave it to me. And same thing. I asked them like, can I give
Yeah.
you my brother's beer? They're like, well, you give me beer, we'll give you beer. That's on the house. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, this
Nice.
really worked
Dude,
out.
yeah, really. The people in this industry are really
Everybody is- yeah,
freaking
so,
awesome.
yeah,
it's really really cool.
I think because you have to, you have to take it in. Like you have to taste the beer. You have to try it. Like,
Yeah,
it's hard
Yeah.
it's hard to taste something that tastes good and then like feel spiteful about it.
Right?
afterwards. It's hard. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
how you be like, yo, this is amazing, you asshole. Like,
Yeah. No, it's like all of us really put a lot of heart and soul into this, and we all like really try to put a good product out there for folks to have. So whenever we do ever get the chance to get together, however rare that may be, it's really really nice to just be able to nerd out and talk shop with people and
Yeah.
just try beer.
you should have the
It's
new
fun.
guys. I'm telling you, you should motion for this.
Will,
You should have all the new guys just kneel down and you just go
Just
around
knight them.
and just pat them on the
Yeah,
head.
just pat
Yeah.
them on the head. Just
You have
pat 'em
beer
on
on
the
tap.
idea.
at the Acoustic, right?
Yeah.
Do you have Shebeen on tap? You
Not
fucking
no,
better.
I do. not literally today because I ran out of it. Actually, Lou, I need some more.
Oh, we got to re up on
Yeah,
that?
I need
Oh,
some more.
Damn.
Yeah, no, I've been. So we only have 6 taps at the Acoustic, which is a little limiting. I don't have like a walk-in cooler. I have like a keg fridge or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Jesus,
Oh, nice.
looks amazing
finally
right
did
now,
it.
holding a sword and
I
a
got it.
pepperoni.
And while you guys were
You want
talking,
to hear a funny story?
That's gonna
Sorry,
make the
sidetrack.
artwork.
This just reminded me. I got renamed my handle at work now on our instant messaging, internal instant messaging thing.
Is Jesus pork sword?
No, it's beef Jesus.
beef.
Beef Jesus. Yeah, that's probably pork, but
That's definitely
Yeah.
pork.
Pork sword.
just
is
reminded
better.
me though.
Yeah.
Another off-topic thing, but relevant to the podcast. A funny anecdote is when you just said it's hard to like have something really good and be bitter about it. The first time I heard the theme music to this podcast was that moment for me because I was in a different band at the time. And the first time they came over,
Oh, you
like,
play your.
yo, check out our new song, and they put it on, and it was like Jay and his brother, and I was like, fuck.
We were pretty pretty good.
You were. It's too bad you guys all had your heads up your asses.
Yeah,
Oh.
still do.
Wait, both of you guys play?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we used to.
We used
We're
to.
Oh, that sounds
I
like
was
that
the-
needs-
All of them do.
I was a
that
singer.
sounds like that needs to happen again.
Right? No,
I
too
know
old.
power chords. Barely.
That's all you
Barely.
need.
For like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Not even 3 minutes. Like
He
30
plays
seconds.
power chords on that Martin over there.
When I'm by myself.
On the stringless Les Paul.
Dude, this is delicious. What is this from?
This is Five Churches.
Five Church.
I tried
So
to
it's-
find the
it's
name
not
of the
one of the
beer on their
ones on their
website.
website?
No, it's not.
That's
It's not the
good.
Pew
It is
Pew
good.
or the Steeple
Oh,
People?
man.
No, Steeple People is their flagship.
People.
I had that in their
You guys Jewel?
in the flight, but that wasn't the one that I really fell in love with. This one was. It had a weird name.
That's like 2019. All right.
You guys do.
What he just said is the 1990 equivalent of "Are you into anal?" He just said,
Wait, what
"Do
did
you jewel?" He just asked another guy, "Do you jewel?" That is
Wow.
That is so suspect. What were we talking about?
How many taps Will has at the acoustic?
Oh, my taps. Yeah,
Yeah,
my
the
taps.
taps.
6.
I have six taps. So I have to choose wisely between them. But it's definitely in our customer base. You know, at the acoustic we definitely have some beer drinkers. You know, and they tend to go to the taps. So
Every time.
trying to keep I'm trying to keep some cool stuff up there. So we've been having Shebeen for sure. Rotating, we had a Hadouken with Lou's ugly mug on it,
Oh, yeah.
which is funny because we look so much alike that sometimes people think they're like, dude, is that you on the beer? And I'm like, almost, it's my brother. But and then we had Baby Seals,
Yeah, Baby Seal Dance
Recently.
Party. Yeah.
and then I've also been I've had Aspatuck, which is a brewery right down
Right
the
down
street.
the road. I
yeah.
just went there, actually.
Oh, you did?
With you.
we went. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Pete.
I was like,
Pete
wow.
is the
Yeah.
owner there? Peter?
Is
Yeah,
that his name?
yeah.
The Brew Labs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Aspatuck Brew Lab. Yeah, I finally got over there. Like, I
Yeah, they
met
got
him
some
a
good
couple of
stuff.
times. Yeah.
Actually,
It wasn't bad. They had,
the last one that I had at the acoustic was the first beer of theirs that I liked.
Oh, that's right. We were talking about
Yeah.
that. Cosmic Siesta,
Yes.
which has been, I don't know, it's been going really well. I've tried a couple of theirs on tap now, and that one, I think it's half because of the name. People, I think, just it's sort of fits the bill in the music venue, and
Yeah.
I don't know, sounds kind of psychedelic or whatever.
Listen, I went to maybe
I have full respect
Three-
for anybody who uses the word siesta in
maybe
the regular
3 years.
vocabulary.
Yeah, right.
Geez, how long has he been there now?
Over at Aspatuck?
Aspatuck?
Yeah.
A year or two?
Not long. Maybe
That's it?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe
I think it's only been a couple of years.
All right. So a couple years ago, I went to the Real Ale Fest. Why are you looking at me like that?
No, I'm just saying, like, have you ever heard somebody, have you ever been somewhere and
Thinking
somebody's
about
like,
that
all
jewel
right,
coming.
I'm gonna go and take a little siesta. I'll be right back. Like when you hear somebody say that, you're like, oh, that's so cool. I gotta use that next time.
Yeah.
And you never do because you're not as cool as that guy.
you're like, that guy's fucking cool.
2 years.
Yeah.
So two-ish years ago, I was at the Real Ale
ahead.
Fest at Brewport. It's when they had switched
Oh,
over
yeah,
to
yeah.
Brewport. 'cause
Yeah. I've never
Jeff.
been there actually.
It's a cool spot.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
Pizza.
like
Over
so
at
close.
Brewport? Yeah.
And one of the best beers I had that year was Aspatuck Brew Labs.
Yeah.
It was a double IPA. I forgot what the fuck was in it. But,
Oh, I wonder.
Dude,
it
I'll
was
tell you
fucking
what.
great.
Shortly after becoming the brewer, I had met Jeff Browning. I don't know, maybe a year or so before that. Like on a sales thing, and he was super nice to me and everything. And I was like, was kind of trying to nerd out as much as I could with him at the time. As green as I was, and he was really nice to me. And fast forward to whatever, like 6 months, a year later, or something like that. Now I'm the brewer. And out of nowhere, all of a sudden, Jeff Browning shows up at the back door of Shebeen. And I'm like, look over and I'm like, hi, Jeff. What are you doing here? And he's like, hi, Lou. What are you doing up there? And I was like, oh, I'm the brewer now, dude. And he was like, sweet. So I have some friends here. Would you mind letting them in the front door? Because the tap room wasn't open yet and everything. I was like, yeah, sure. I opened the door and it's like Jeff Jr.'s out there, who's he was at the time working at Two Roads. Now he's working with him over at
Father
Bridgeport.
son operation there. Nice.
Yeah, again, both of them are super smart brewers. And he walks in the door with Terrence fucking Foster. Dr. Terrence Foster. If anybody doesn't know who Terrence Foster is,
I don't.
he literally wrote the book on
Stouts and porters.
just about any kind of an English ale. anybody who writes anything about an English ale at some point is probably referencing something that Dr. Terrence Foster wrote.
Okay.
You know?
He's got
Like-
crazy bushy eyebrows.
Yeah.
He's a nice man though.
The dude is he's a
Despite his
wonderful
eyebrows.
He's a wonderful
Yeah,
man.
like that's.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Hey, if you're listening to this, they bother me. Do something.
Like Grandpa Munster style, or
Oh
No,
yeah,
but
yeah.
throw-
Very.
He's
yeah,
a great
like, you know.
dude. He's a
Throw
great
a
guy.
number 3 on the
Yeah.
Clippers and take care of those.
Yeah. Do you remember our Uncle Chus? Kind of like that.
Yes.
You know?
They
Yeah.
brew at Brewport, don't they do a? He has like his own beer there. Like they name it after him.
They probably
It's-
do
I
a
think
bunch
it's
of
just
stuff
porter or
because
something.
they're both Jeff and Dr. Foster, who told me to call him Terry, but I feel weird doing that.
'cause that's our mom's name.
Yeah. Both of them are really big into making historically
Accurate.
traditional, accurate
Yeah.
ales. You know. Which isn't always everybody's cup of tea and everything like that. But when they do it, man, holy shit!
They're,
do
gr-
they
they're
they
solid,
execute.
great beers. They're not like whoa, blow your mind like
Yeah.
all the new shit and everything
No,
that everyone's
yeah,
experimenting
it's-
with. It's not that, but they're very
But
solid.
it is, yeah.
just,
Like
you know.
you can't.
There's
say
something to be
anything
said about
the
that too.
quality.
You know, just like
That quality. And
I love
consistency
Brewport's
is
beers.
all over. The
Yeah.
place.
I
It's
think they're
just
great.
Amazing.
They're very solid.
I gotta
They're
go.
the same beers as bar, aren't they?
They're much better than they were at bar. 'Cause
Well,
he didn't have
Jeff
the
Browning
control.
was the head brewer over at Bar
I thought they were
years
still
ago.
just making the same stuff.
oh really?
No, he's doing his own.
Yeah,
Because he
I like the beer.
had to answer to the owner of bar. He wasn't the owner. He was the brewer.
yeah.
I was always a fan of the beer at bar.
I like
back
the
in
beer
day.
bar. The damn good
It's always-
stouts.
I also
They're good
like the
stout.
fact that
First time I ever tasted diacetyl was a bar beer.
Really?
Yeah,
That sticks out like a sore thumb,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
like buttered popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I liked the beer, and I liked the fact that I could fold a pizza slice into 4 and eat it in one.
Plus, at the end of the
in
night,
one
No,
bite.
bar's beer was good.
if you stay and get shit faced enough, it's free at the end of the night too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tell me how I know. I mean, ask me. How
Did you barf there too?
I'm. I just want to revisit the smoothie shop. There's no strawberries in this, right?
There's no strawberries. In
It just
No.
tastes a lot like strawberries.
No, that is literally citra, lactose, and vanilla playing together.
That's awesome.
You know?
I've never seen this movie, by the way.
Roadhouse?
Yeah.
Are you
You've never
fucking
seen
out of your
Roadhouse?
mind?
All I know is there
Yeah,
was a
we've
girl
got Patrick
stripping
Swayze on the
earlier,
TV.
and
I
I,
don't
couldn't
know-
take my eyes off Patrick Swayze.
I don't know if
He's
I
so
should
handsome.
applaud you for that. or feel bad for you.
Just in case the listeners are wondering what kind of podcast this is, yes, we do have Roadhouse
Yeah,
playing in the background.
We've been talking for a while, which is good, and we haven't gotten to many dick jokes yet. But
No.
But there is always
There-
70 inches of.
they're coming.
Roadhouse.
Don't worry.
We are
It's
nothing
like
if we're not
coming.
drinking and dick jokes.
Okay.
Speaking of hilarious dicks, I'm gonna go take a piss.
Okay.
We should probably take a break, huh?
I was wondering what the protocol on peeing was.
Oh, you just
Yeah,
go.
we can do that.
I forgot to tell you that. You just feel free to go.
All I have to do is clap, and Dave stops recording. We're gonna go ahead and take a break.
All right.
And we'll come back soon.
You wouldn't have heard that because he already stopped recording.
No, I didn't.
We'll be back. Hey Jay, why are you so excited?
Dude, I have the best idea for a Blowfish commercial. You guys are going to love it.
That's awesome. As long as it's not a Hootie and a Blowfish parody, that's low hanging fruit. What have you done?
Blowfish is the only hangover remedy recognized as effective by the FDA. All the other stuff, see out there's vitamin supplement bullshit that doesn't do anything. 'Cause I got a hangover. I got a fucking hangover. It has no legal right to make any kind of claims. We are the only hangover product that is real medicine. It's morning relief. Just wake up, drop 2 tablets in water, drink when the fever stops. 'Cause I got a hangover. Feel better in 15 minutes. Motherfucking hangover. Money back guarantee. Hold my hand.
tea.
Oh, my hair.
Blowfish for hangovers.
Oh, my hair.
'Cause I gotta go to for hangovers.com.
Visit 4hangovers.com for Blowfish's FDA-approved hangover remedy. Use the code HEAVYDRINKING for 15% off your order.
Jeff.
Huh?
Jeff.
Jay?
Jeff, what the fuck are you doing?
Squatching.
What?
Squatching.
What is squatching?
That's like my new business. You know, I'm looking for Sasquatch.
Why?
Well, I started it, and it's called Skews and Squatches.
How's that going?
I mean, I got a cool slogan and, like, a logo and stuff, but nobody really knows about it.
What's your slogan?
Excuse me while I squatch this guy?
You should totally take advantage of our sponsor, Taproom Tackers.
We got a new sponsor?
Yeah. They make custom tacker signs with your logo to help you promote your business or even just decorate your basement bar.
No way.
All you have to do is mention the Heavy Drinking Podcast, and they'll make one free sample for you.
Sick. I'm going to nail it right to this tree so that hairy motherfucker knows who's coming for him. Woo!
Hey guys and girls, do you need a ride? Do you not have a car? Do you need to get places? Do you want people to take you places? Well, download the Lyft app and enter in code HEAVY18 and get a $20 credit. They show up in a car and take you places. Like a cab. But they're nicer. Much nicer. And they have an app, which cabs don't have, because they're dirtbags. Download the Lyft app. Use code HEAVY18. Don't be a dirtbag.
So come on, let's ride to the liquor store around the corner. The boys say
Is my mic back on? So when Dave said that Lou Vega was going to be on the podcast, I said the Mamba number 5.
And as I continue, you know they're getting sweeter.
It's like, damn, we are getting bigger.
I'm like, damn, I'll take it.
Just like it's full.
I think we're going to be doing an inspired collaboration with the fellows from Bad Sons.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Based around this silly song.
All right.
Oh, that's awesome.
Our other brother actually went to see Lou Vega once in concert.
Did he really?
Yeah, you don't remember this? He played Mambo number 5 twice in the same concert.
Really?
Yeah. They like
hilarious.
opened the show with it and closed the show with it.
Was it just the 2 songs, the show?
Yeah, no,
Bookend the entire
That's literally
show.
all
Yeah.
we did, guys. That was it.
that was it. He's like,
Actually,
thank you.
I went to see.
There's like 8 openers, and then he just does this song twice. And,
All right, good night. I went to see Duran Duran once, and they
love
didn't
you,
play
Cleveland.
Rio or Hungry Like the Wolf, and I was like, dude,
Didn't?
you need to play that twice at the beginning, twice at the end, and then like once in the middle. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that you can't. Come on, man. It's like, you know what we're here for.
It was actually a dope show, though.
Nice.
Oh, who was that guy that did the cover of the Peter Gabriel tune? That came in, and it was a packed show at the Acoustic. In Your Eyes.
Not Jeffrey
well.
Gaines.
Oh, Jeffrey Gaines.
Well,
Jeffrey Gaines, yeah.
really? When was
Yeah.
this?
Oh, we've had him a couple times.
He's
Yeah.
awesome. I didn't.
Yeah.
I would love to see him.
Yeah, he's cool. Yeah,
I didn't know he was there.
That's
Yeah.
better than the
Jeffrey
original.
Gaines, yeah,
No
we had
shit
to-
of him.
Oh, yeah.
he played multiple times.
I've
yeah.
covered that cover.
covered that cover.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jeffrey Gaines is a wonderful person, but shut your mouth. That's not better than the
It's
original.
no, he's.
I
it's
don't
really
know.
Good.
It's-
I've never heard it, but it can't be better than the original.
It's one of those
Guess what
versions.
I'm pulling
Here's
up?
what he's pulling up. Yeah, there you go.
Is it?
Dave is
Wait,
on it.
It's one of those that stands on its own. It does.
Isn't Jeffrey Gaines the? Isn't Jeffrey
Hey,
Gaines?
Did he do a claymation video for it?
Not his cone.
Isn't Jeffrey Gaines?
I fucking love that cover.
I think
Isn't
Jeffrey
he the
Gaines
alter
might
ego
be
of Garth
claymation.
Brooks?
Huh?
Isn't he the alter ego of Garth Brooks?
Here we go.
I'm sure
Here we
he's
go.
great.
Oh, it was something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, no, I love his voice. Black
Yeah.
dude. He's got to
Yeah.
have a great voice.
Yeah.
Do we all have to dance?
He walked
now?
in. He walked in no sound check too.
Really?
Like showed up like late
Yeah.
to the game. Like he's not gonna sit up.
He was
and,
really
like, sound
nice,
check.
though.
Oh, and he was so easy to work with. He was just awesome. He just like nailed it. And then was just like, all right, thanks. Have a good night, guys.
I get so lost sometimes.
I'm not hearing anything better than Peter Gabriel.
It's got a good vibe. It's just a different emotion behind it. It's got a different feel.
And this emptiness fills my heart. When I want to run away,
Peter Gabriel's better.
I drive off.
No, he's got
I'm
his
out.
own.
I'm already out.
This is a good version.
It's fine.
but-
It's fine, but it's not
I-
better than Peter Gabriel.
I remember
I'm
when
fucking around. This is a good version.
I like it
when
better
he
than-
hit that E, it was like, dude, like,
Yeah,
when
he does.
he nailed that high note. It was really
It's got a little more soul. That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
Because I'm
I just
I'm
tried
like
to do
white.
that, and
I'm
I
white
realized
chocolate.
my brother's a way better singer than I
Yeah.
am, and I shouldn't do
We,
that.
we gotta give Peter. Did Peter Gabriel? Did he actually write the song? He wrote the song, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Everybody did back then.
Yeah, you gotta give him credit for that.
One of our big performers that played at the acoustic one, and I laugh about this, was Ryan Cabrera. You guys
Oh,
know
really?
Ryan
Did you guys ever have
Cabrera?
Bad Baby?
No.
Ryan Cooper. No, that sounds familiar.
I'm
Ryan
gonna mute
Cabrera.
your mic now.
Was he like a?
He's like this
Idol?
boy band dude who was like in like a
Yeah.
reality show with Jessica Simpson's like sister. I forget.
Ashley.
Ashley Simpson.
Why do I remember
She was
that?
hot.
Yeah, they had like some reality show and it was weird. And I have to admit I had like a skeptical raised eyebrow the whole time. I'm like, who is this freaking guy coming in here? Freaking Ryan Cabrera.
Yeah.
And he was actually really chill. He was cool. And I remember I don't want to get him in trouble, but I was smoking a joint with him out back and I was like you know what, Ryan? You're really cool.
Ryan, you're not such a dick after all.
I want to hate you so bad, but I can't right now.
We're having to go over hanging out with.
We're having a
Ashley
great
Simpson.
time here.
Yeah.
Your songs are nice too.
That's a great story.
I don't care what everybody else says about you. You're not such a dick.
Don't fuck up the cipher, Ryan.
Yeah. To the left.
There's been a couple of big shows though that have gone through the acoustic. I mean, not
think the
just
biggest
not
one-
just local ones, but I mean, obviously you got
The biggest one recently was Phil. It's probably 2 years ago now. Was Phil Lesh? played.
Yeah,
No fucking shit.
yeah.
Phil Lesh
dude.
played.
I would go. I did not know. I would go.
So
see
that
what
was
it,
a
what it
surprise
was, and
thing.
you should check this band
Yeah,
out.
I've never
His-
seen Phil Lesh.
His son's band is called
I get
Midnight
the
North.
Yeah.
You never stop seeing Phil.
And which is a great band. They're a great band on their own.
Not on purpose.
But they played the acoustic, and it just happened to be. So you know how Phil Lesh will do like 2 weeks at the Capitol Theater.
I do.
Yes, you do.
Because I work every fucking night.
And it happened to be like in one of those like 2 week runs, and there was like 1 day off.
So he lives in Connecticut.
There was like Sunday. No, he
No,
does
he's
not.
California.
Yeah, he lives in California. But he was here for.
Why is he always on my radio?
Well, the radio.
Love-
You know how radio works, right?
No.
That's not actually him.
All I know
Live.
is I used to wake up in the morning when I worked at Starbucks. I'd set my alarm for his morning show, syndication, I think they call it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And his voice, man, it was like the best thing to wake up to. I
Phil
just
Lesh.
pictured him like being right there next to me,
snuggling with you a little
and
bit.
like just white sheets, like
Is
thread
this gonna
count
get
super
weird
high.
now?
Egyptian
Cotton,
cotton.
super like high thread count. Yeah. Just Phil Lesh's blonde hair, just talking with that deep voice, all low,
But so
sultry.
what?
Just wake me up so
Are you
smooth.
Was he
about the
from
same Phil
the
Lesh?
Grateful Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blonde hair.
Phil Lesh was in the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know if you know who.
Wait a
Phil
minute.
Lesh
Do you
is.
know who Phil Lesh is?
Do you not
Hold
know who-
on.
I'm pretty
What is
sure
this
he never had a
podcast?
radio show.
No, he's talking about. Oh, what the fuck is the dude's name? He's talking about somebody else.
Howard Stern.
No,
Am I talking about the
no,
wrong guy?
no. It sound
Lesh
the last
Defoe.
name. The last name sounds like Lesh.
You're an idiot.
It's not Phil Lesh.
No. Oh my
Wow.
Oh,
you're
wait a
talking
minute.
about
You're
now.
talking
I'm
about
confused.
You talking about
my
Dee
God.
Snider?
No. I know you're
I know I'm so wrong right now, and I've made a fool of myself.
what are you talking about?
We need a sound drop for whenever
Josh
Jamie gets
Tesh.
himself.
Tesh. John Tesh.
John
Yes.
Tesh.
Yes.
What?
And he kind of talks like this. He's like,
that's
oh, wait,
a
here
little
you are.
extra
And,
creepy.
Something happened to the thumb drive.
Like the host of Entertainment Tonight.
Oh my God! How do you get those two mixed up?
Completely
no,
different.
man. John Tesh and Phil
Yeah,
Lesh.
that's different.
I wish
You're an idiot.
You can see
I wish
how-
on that night when he walked in, I was like, Mr. John Tesh, it's such an honor to have you. Thank you.
You
for
think he just
playing.
went from? You think he just went from doing like massive amounts of drugs to doing morning soft rock, like safer work?
That's why I was so
Like Yanni
astonished.
style piano jams.
Yeah.
That's not even apples and
dude,
oranges.
Yanni.
That's like apples and light bulbs.
I was so astonished when he said
That is the dream.
What a
That
life
is the-
change.
That is the true dream of like a stoner, though. Like, I just love to get in there and just play
Yeah,
some
just
fucking
hang out.
Celine Dion all fucking day long.
I love that in his head for a second, he thought John Tesh was in the Grateful Dead.
I was like, my mind was blown.
He has a crew cut, doesn't he?
Never mind the fact that he had John Tesh, like waking up to John Tesh, like snuggling in bed in like high threat.
That's how I
counts.
felt.
Hey, man. Yeah.
Not ashamed.
Tesh was in the Grateful Dead.
The closest thing John Tesh got to tie-dye was like a bleach stain on a pair of jeans.
You know what I'm saying about John Tesh?
John Tesh right now.
Yeah, he does have a
It
sultry
is.
voice.
He does.
You are correct about that. He does have a deep, sultry voice.
Wait, is this John Tesh?
This
or
is John
Yeah.
Tesh.
Oh, I thought so.
Yeah, yeah. This is the American version of Yanni, essentially.
Yanni's great.
Dude, Yanni's my bro.
I saw Yanni live.
Really?
Yeah, Radio City.
What?
Yeah.
How awesome was that?
It was actually pretty dope. Especially since
Who was the flute dude? Who was the flute dude?
The
flute dude,
Jethro
that's who he
Tull?
is.
No, that's
That's my
Kenny
boy. I
something.
love Jethro Tull.
Ken.
Yeah, it was saxophone.
No,
Kenny-
saxophone, yeah.
Oh.
Was it saxophone?
Kenny
He did
G.
a-
Kenny G,
did a
yeah,
flute
yeah,
too,
yeah.
didn't he?
Clarinet, baby.
He's a saxophonist.
No, yeah, he plays like a
Kenny
like,
G was a clarinet.
Clarinet.
Clarinet. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was like
I
some
think
kind
he
of weird
played-
saxophone.
Oh, maybe it was alto sax.
I think
It
he
was
played.
alto sax.
I think
Yeah,
he
yeah.
played many instruments actually.
No, I'm pretty sure he
He
only
was a
played saxophone.
woodwind reed playing motherfucker.
Penises.
I remember I went.
Penises, especially.
Right.
I remember I went to a wedding once, and it was just
Just
a Kenny
once?
G album over and over and over again.
Oh god.
And we were waiting for the
that's
wedding
brutal.
party to come out. They're getting hammered. It's like fucking spring break in the back room, right? And then everybody else is just sitting there. Yeah. Yeah, just fucking listening to the same Kenny G album 3 times. I heard songs
God.
3 times over.
Like somebody change the.
How many? How many?
Regulator.
What's the word I'm looking for? Trademark? Not. Infringements? Are we going for?
What is this?
That's good.
Copyright infringements.
It's Kenny G and Warren G.
Oh, nice.
Dave loves his mashups. If you've never
Kenny
listened to this
G and
podcast.
Warren G together.
Yeah, live on Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, this is a real
This
thing.
is a real thing.
This is a real thing.
Yeah.
Oh man. Warren G. Holy shit! I gotta look this up.
Wait, what year was this? I thought Warren G died.
No, Warren G's
This is
alive.
2017.
Nate Dogg.
Nate Dogg did.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Let's do this. I jumped out the ride. I said, "What's up?"
This
Some
song's so
brothers
good.
put some gas, so I said, "I'm stuck."
We did this song in one of my I used to direct the School of Rock Kids shows, and we were doing the Michael McDonald song, right? Keep forget not in love anymore.
Which is the same fucking
right?
song.
Which is where that the
That's what they
beat is
sampled,
from.
yeah.
But so I had to have one of my kids, and of course he didn't know about the song. I'm like, you know about regulators, right? And he's like, what? I don't know about regulators. I'm like, dude, you're rapping a verse to that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I was like, you might freak your parents out, but whatever. So we did. He did it.
What have you done?
Oh, what's going on? So we have a call-in line.
Oh,
Is it Tom M?
203
I don't know.
Who calls in?
463 4043. If anybody wants to call in.
It went away.
I didn't.
Oh,
I
come
didn't
on,
know
guys.
we were
Wrong
popular
number.
enough that people were calling us.
They're like, you order
Switch
takeout?
Swish.
We're not.
Let me
Does
see if I can
Tom
get it
M
back.
really call in?
Somebody order
Yeah, oh,
Chinese?
yeah.
He does.
Very
Tom M's
often.
on like every show.
Yeah,
Really?
we've been trying not to mention him. but we just did. So
No kidding.
yeah,
Shout out to Tom.
yeah. He
How are
actually
you?
our last podcast. He sat in for the entire podcast.
No
pretty much.
shit.
All right,
Yeah, we
I
didn't
don't
ask
know,
him to.
I don't
Talk
know
about
whose this
the
number
stuff
is, but I'm
he's
going to call it
looking
back.
at. He is.
Who does it?
He and I are all over that shit. We like,
Yeah?
He's like
He's a great guy. He really is.
like I
Nice
said, like
dude.
we will drink stouts all.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit what it is. It's the middle of August. Like,
Yeah.
Tom and I.
No,
will be
he
drinking
will.
a Stout.
He will.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, rinse are good. Get her wet.
Oh,
Thanks.
right. We don't know who called.
So John Tesh plays with the acoustic, right?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Phil Lesh.
Phil Lesh actually played at the acoustic.
So what's the craziest thing you've seen there? Like go on, like an artist come in.
Performance-wise,
That you can
or-
share.
No, just well, change names.
That's
if you have to.
Change the name.
Change.
Yeah.
You know, you can make some names around if you have to.
Call
It
some
goes-
people out
What's
on
the
their
most just
shit.
awkward? Like
If the
what
walls
the
could talk
fuck?
at
Really
least-
just
Actually,
run your business into the ground right now.
I'll tell you one I was impressed at. I was cleaning up at the end of the night, and it's the night I don't remember even who the band was or what the show was, but everything went fine. Everything was good, and I was cleaning up in the night, cleaning up empty glasses and whatnot. And near a table, there's a glass on the floor. So I went to pick it up, and it was full. I'm like, oh shit, this glass is full. And as I inspect it closer, it's full of vomit. But I'm talking like to the brim, like a pint glass filled to the brim with vomit, but not like messy. There was nothing around it. It's not like there was puke on the floor. Just completely, perfectly filled.
That's responsible vomiting.
I know. I was like, wow. Like whoever did this was. I'm
Thank
just picturing them sitting there in their stool and like kind of sneaking off into the dark corner, just like
In their stool, like sitting stool, or in their like stool?
oh, maybe both. Who knows? You're right. But yeah, and did not spill a drop. I didn't have to mop. It was just like perfectly executed. I was like, whoever did that, like I applaud you. That was impressive.
It does make cleanup a lot easier.
Yeah.
It's funny that somebody who was that like neat and polite about it was like, somebody else will take this glass full of puke now.
Really, there's something gross about it, obviously, but there's also something very polite.
You
Like
coulda
somebody
got one
was like,
there.
I don't
Yeah.
want to make a mess. Like, says,
No, I mean, luckily we don't have too crazy a crowd. Our crowd is like, I mean, 9 times out of 10, I have women working the door.
Yeah.
It's a pretty chill crowd. I mean, everybody comes there to listen to music and hang out.
I
And have a
mean,
good time.
have you ever had like a
Shortly.
band do a seance in the back? You know, like
No, we've had some weird rentals.
we did have that one like when you guys like first like newly took it over. There was that one dude that was like peeing in the sink.
That was a friend of mine, actually.
He didn't rip it off the fucking wall.
Dude,
No,
that,
he
that
didn't.
was
He
that
didn't.
was rough. 'cause
That
I
was a
kinda-
different night.
I walked in and I was like, I was gonna.
Jay's
whoop
done
him
that.
because, like, to me, I'm thinking like, you're pissing in my brother's bar sink. I'm
Yeah.
gonna beat the hell out of you.
yeah.
You know, and then it like Will kind of calmed me down and all that stuff, and I was like, all right.
Well, then when he pointed
your
out
place,
who
I'm
it
gonna leave
was,
it alone.
You know
I'm
what
like,
though?
no, it wasn't him. I'm like, Lou, that guy's a friend of mine. Why would he pee in the sink?
Drain all goes to the same place, baby.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
You know what though? I feel like if you own a bar though, like if somebody's peeing in the sink, that's like a sign that there's patrons. That's like a "Mama, we made it" type of story, right? Right?
He had to pee somewhere.
It's like a weird flex, but I mean,
hey,
like,
it was better than in a pint
Yeah.
glass. You know.
Yeah, I
I'm
guess
sure
so,
you,
yeah.
you like came home and you're like, guess what? Somebody peed in the sink.
Guys, there's only a couple pieces of
Pepperoni, or
pepperoni
whatever.
sausages left, whatever those are.
Jesus got one of them.
Jesus got
Jesus
got
has the
him.
last piece, and he was
Yeah,
Jewish.
that has to stay there for the picture.
He was Jewish,
It does.
so he doesn't eat that.
Oh, you're right.
You can
Oh,
fight
yeah.
him for it.
I have visions.
Maybe he's Christian now, though.
I have visions of the Instagram thumb.
Converted him.
He was Jewish. He wasn't a Christian.
No.
That's
But
the
he-
weirdest part about it
Hey
all,
man,
right?
but it's 2,000 years. It didn't exist.
I think
he
His
couldn't be a
pork sword
Christian.
is pretty cool.
I think
It's like, do you believe in yourself? He'd be like, I think so.
Does anybody really?
Believe in yourself,
Yeah,
Jesus.
does anyone really believe in themselves?
You can do it.
Talk about it. But this brings us to a story that pork fat is officially one of the world's most nutritious foods.
Oh, I thought you were going to
Come
smartphone
on.
Antichrist.
Well, that they could all tie together.
I have a vision of the Instagram
So this is
post
good
for this
news
being
for people who like good news.
This is
a
huge.
solid photo of all the beer cans and Jesus with the the piece of pepperoni in there.
Pork sword. Say pork sword.
pork sword. And then,
Say it.
but then like all the people looking at it are like, oh, this is a cool photo. And like 3 seconds in, it's just Jay's face biting the piece of meat off the sword.
Listen,
Biting Jesus' pork sword.
according
Say
to
it.
a recent
the-
BBC report,
Pork sword.
scientists analyzed over 1,000 raw foods. That's a lot of foods to rank how
raw.
nutritious
Raw
they
pork.
are. And they discovered that pork fat is up there with the likes of chia seeds,
Yeah.
What is it about? it?
almonds, and beet greens.
Whoa. So what is it about it? What do they got?
I guess
pork
would be a
fat.
lot of
I don't want to read any further. I just want to stop there and never
really
think about it
trying-
again and just enjoy all the.
I
meat
bet-
can.
Just
I
feel
bet they
justified in eating pork fat.
I bet they created like a point scale.
Yeah.
And like one of the things that you can attribute is like deliciousness. And it got like
Turns
it
out-
got like 8 million for deliciousness.
this
They're like,
is
yeah,
amazing.
turns out this is fucking great.
Yeah, but here's the thing. All of that was raw.
Huh?
So all of that was
Well, they're
raw.
just
Yeah.
What
yeah,
happens
so
when
before
you cook it?
it.
Right,
Yeah.
but, so none of those things are going to have the same nutrients. When
That's
you
the
cook them,
trick.
so why? And you're not going to eat them raw. So
That's
why
the
would you
catch.
do that? Do
Says
you will
you.
Shut the fuck up.
you were not going to eat raw pork
Yeah.
fat.
Pork
Yeah.
fat was given a nutritional score of 73. It bested other healthy foods like squash. Who eats raw squash? No one.
Exactly. I'm saying they should have done cooked stuff, and pork might have
Salmon
been a
and
10 after that.
walnuts. It beat salmon.
Beet salmon?
Yeah.
Wow.
People
that's
do eat salmon
interesting.
raw though.
Yeah, salmon
Yeah.
raw is amazing.
Listen, just because you don't eat it,
Yeah,
don't
but
shit
raw
on
pork
us.
beat raw
Let
You're
us
not
have
gonna
our
eat raw
let's have
fucking
our
pork
let us
fat.
have our moment.
You're going to tell me you're going to eat raw pork fat.
I'll do it right now.
Enjoy your trichinosis.
They don't really tell you what the score is based off of, though. It's a nutritional score.
Does it?
I call this into question.
Yummy
Sponsored
points.
by
I'm
the
still going to eat pork.
Pork yum yum. Make a pork yum yum.
I call
burger.
bullshit
try
on
it.
this story.
I'm going to try it. Make it pork yum
There you
yum.
go.
It's not sour. It's just fucking good.
Dave, there's the first story on the second half of the board. I have not heard it, and I would like to. So please play that for me.
Really? Because you put that up there.
I know, but you said you listened to it and you heard it, and I want to hear it.
The sound clip.
Oh, I thought you meant the sec. Sorry, I was looking at the second one. I didn't see the
I
first
said
one.
the second one.
The second side.
The first one on the
Second
second
column.
side is what I said.
No, I know. The light was
Just
blocking
play the
top
fucking
one.
clip.
So no context, just play it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Hey, baby.
everybody will get the context.
We'll do it in post.
It repeats a few times. So
Okay.
Move the camera. Yes. Yes, that's a fucking excellent idea. Move the camera. Yes. Yes, that's a fucking excellent idea. Move the camera.
That's Grover, by
Wow.
the way,
Yes, that's
on
a
Sesame
fucking
Street.
excellent idea. Move the camera. Yes. Yes, that's a fucking excellent
He
idea.
definitely says fucking.
Yeah.
no. So all right. So if you listen to it again,
That's
you
a
think
fucking excellent idea.
no. He's saying that sounds like an excellent idea. So if you listen to it again and you have those words in your head,
Oh.
you'll hear it.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Play it again.
Watch.
Move the camera. Yes. Yes, that's a fucking excellent
Oh,
idea.
it sure does.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's amazing, dude.
That's
awesome.
crazy.
Right?
Play it again.
Play it again. I wanna
Actually,
think
while,
one more time.
while
One
you
more
guys were laughing, the second time
Yeah.
it sounded like he was saying fucking again.
Yeah. I'm going to think fucking.
Well,
Let's
it's
see what
yeah.
happens.
Depending on what
Play it
you're
again,
thinking.
play it
Hang on.
again.
I
I mean,
turn,
if you're
I'm
not
gonna turn up
thinking,
the volume
it's
on
fucking.
It. Hang on. I'm just turning up the volume on it.
This is like in Aladdin when he says good teenagers take off their clothes.
Yeah.
Sorry, give me 2
Children.
seconds.
You know, he goes, good teenagers.
He says
Move
children.
the camera. Yes. Yes, that's a fucking excellent idea.
Fucking.
Move the camera. Yes. Yes, that's a fucking excellent
I hear
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
If I think it, one way,
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
hear it,
how
and then if
awesome
I
is
think it the
that?
other way. I
That's
hear it.
hilarious.
Oh, Sesame Street with the mind fuck. That's
Wow.
great.
Wait, play it one more time.
Dude,
All right.
HBO buying them was the greatest thing that's ever happened.
That's awesome.
All right, one more time.
I'm going to
voice
switch
is ridiculous.
every other one I'm going to switch.
That's what
Yeah, that's what I just did.
Oh, you did? I didn't do it. I couldn't.
All right. I like how he's trying to plug his ears with headphones
That
on.
sounds like.
Yeah.
fucking-
Starts with sounds first,
All
and
right,
then
go.
do fucking next.
All right. Go.
Move the camera. Yes. Yes, that's a fucking excellent idea. Move the camera. Yes. Yes, that's a fucking excellent idea.
wow, yeah.
Wow,
Move
that's
the camera.
amazing.
Yes. Yes, that's a fucking excellent
That's a
idea.
fucking.
Yeah.
That's a fucking. That sounds like an.
Fucking excellent idea.
Dude,
That's a fucking. That
so
sounds like an-
weird.
Weird.
That's
That's
awesome.
fucking sounds like a weird idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's awesome.
Hilarious.
little known fact.
Sounds like a fucking weird idea.
Little known fact: the Muppets are, or the Sesame Street characters are Muppets from Jim Henson's
Yes. Yeah.
right, studio. The
They're monsters.
the very first episode of the Muppet Show was called "Sex and Violence."
Was it really?
Yeah, the pilot before it was on television. The first episode they ever made was called Sex and
Sex
Violence.
and Violence.
So it was supposed to be an adult
Wow.
show.
Yeah, it was always supposed to be adult from the beginning.
Can you see
No kidding.
Sex and Violence?
I've never. I mean, I'll show you something.
We're gonna have to look that up later.
I'm doing it right
I'm gonna
now.
Google it.
All right.
I'm gonna Google it on my work computer. Ready? Go.
Wow.
And go.
Wow.
You guys, is there another
Where do we
beer
go?
drink?
Where were we drinking?
We got lots more beer, dude. We
Oh,
have so
we
much
just
more
drank Driven.
Oh.
Everybody done with Driven?
Yeah,
I am, yeah.
Oh.
We didn't
More
even
in the
talk
can.
about
No,
it.
there's more in that one can.
Oh, so we didn't talk about this one as much
Maybe that one.
because
Who wants this one?
I've got my face.
You got some? So, Driven was
Got lost
Inspired
in
by-
conversation.
yeah.
John Tesh.
Driven is a weird beer. It was kind of like a little bit of old school, a little bit of new school. Brought in some.
I just had this at the
What do we
Acoustic.
have? We had Galena, I think it was, and Vic
Really?
Secret.
Galena.
Yeah, Galena and Vic Secret. Again, old school.
What is it?
new
A
school.
sparkling ale, right?
Sparkling ale, yeah, super dry, very clear. It's filtered.
It's one of the clearest beers I've had in a while. Seriously.
Yeah, it's if I here I'll pour some out so you guys can check it out.
the reason why we
Do it
didn't
in
go-
the mic, dude.
the reason why I didn't go over this as much is because Jay actually
Yeah,
poured these into a
heard that
glass
so much
that
better.
had the milkshake in it, and it made
Yeah, I
everything taste
did.
like
Well,
vanilla.
other people
Did it make
too.
all the boys go to the yard?
Morgan, you the goddamn guy who brewed it, did it?
Brewed it.
It's yeah. So the idea was to take
You brewed it,
the kind of concept of these the brute IPAs, these like champagne inspired IPAs that are out there, and then do a different play on it. You know, we still wanted to stay really really dry, similar to like what champagnes are reminiscent of. But we wanted to make it very, very clear, away from the whole New England IPA craze, which is all
Crisp.
that the super cloudy stuff.
Yeah,
So we wanted to make it really clear, really crisp. We went with an old school hop in Galena and a new school hop in Big Secret. Really kind of trying to play with the two worlds of like, this older way of brewing and this newer way of brewing, and kind of melding them together, and to see what happened. And what we got was this really kind of lovely, clear, sexy beer. It is definitely not for everybody, and we understand that. But it is definitely, it's a very different flavor profile. Than
I did
folks are
try
used
it once I rinsed the glass, and it was very nice, very easy drinking,
Yeah.
clean.
mine had hints of vanilla too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My first glass had a lot of vanilla. To it.
to.
Madagascar or
Yeah,
Tahitian.
Mexican.
No.
I don't know.
Not the Mexican, the green stuff from Madagascar.
vanilla.
What are we doing next?
We got to do one of Jeff's beers, and then we're going to
Okay.
go back to a Shebeen beer.
Oh,
So
we're
Jeff,
gonna do one of mine. Let's do the New Park.
New pack.
The
New Park?
one that doesn't look like a New Haven IPA.
New packet.
New Haven.
this is from Jeff's Travels.
Yeah.
Lumen India Pale Ale.
Lumen from New Park.
New Park Brewery.
Lumen.
Where are they?
Common loon.
West Hartford.
Hatford.
And
Now-
I have it.
All right, if you'd like a rinse, let's no.
We should do that. Right?
Yeah, please.
Everybody gets a
That,
rinse.
Get a rinse.
is that how they say
You get a
Hartford
rinse.
in
You
Har-
get a
in
rinse.
Hartford? Does the accent change from New Haven to Hartford?
Hatford.
Does
Yeah,
it?
Hartford's more Boston.
Gotcha. New Haven.
Might get a little wet.
Mass. You got the
That's what
mass.
she said.
Half it.
So okay, so this was not actually my favorite beer from New Park, but they, like I said, they wouldn't fill third-party growlers, so I didn't get to actually get that. This is the only can they had, and they didn't have this on tap. So
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
hate
try
on it so hard.
When he was like,
They
"We don't fill
fill
third-party growlers," we were like, "That sounds ridiculous. You're being ridiculous right now."
I didn't try this at the brewery. I didn't try it till I got home. It's nice. It's a good beer. I think I like the Five Churches one better, but this is certainly not the best one I had at New Park.
Yeah. The other day when I went to Bad Sense to fill out that growler, a big Growler Works growler, I tried to get him to fill it with Double Dubious, and for
Yeah.
some reason they just won't.
Yeah.
And he was like, we just do just drafts of that.
Finish it.
We don't fill any growlers with that. I'm like, great. I'll take
They probably
10
have
draft
cans.
beers.
They may have. They may have.
I'll
just
take 10
cans
draft
of
beers on a tray
Huh?
in the bathroom, please.
But the double dubious, and did they have cans of it?
Yeah, I just wanted to gallon of it
Oh.
in one thing. I was being selfish. I could have just filled a 4-pack.
I said that once at a bar. Dave,
that's
what
why.
was it that I said?
So
We were. It was actually at bar.
yeah,
in
it
New Haven.
was.
We
What
were.
happened?
It was closing, and they wouldn't give you.
Oh, they were
beer.
doing shots.
They were doing
shots only, and it was closing time. I was like, "Can I get a Guinness?" They're like, "We're only doing shots." I was like, "Can I get 15 shots of Guinness?"
He didn't do it.
Like, normally,
Take one down.
That was
normally,
hilarious.
If,
I
if, they have,
remember- yeah,
if there's
that was
cans
bar for
available, it's
Yeah.
usually less expensive to just buy cans.
Yeah. No, I didn't make a big fuss about it. I took a.
He just got a thing for Christmas. He wanted to use it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
took
got it.
I took a gallon of Mischief instead.
He got one of those growler works, like the big, like
Oh, the
120.
big fancy one.
Yeah, I wouldn't spend $200 on that.
Gotcha.
So he wanted
But
to
I will
fill it up.
take it for free as a gift and then use the shit out of it.
All right. So while we're pouring this, I found something to play. Hang on.
Thank you. Yeah. Who's
Yours. We had an extra one. Oh no, that was his.
this? Suppose.
Oh yeah, that was
All right, this is definitely more visual. I thought it was going to be more
This is terrible, yeah.
audio.
Yeah, this is awful.
What are we not seeing, Dave?
what is it?
I
The
think it's like
Muppets,
some
Sex
kind
and
of-
Violence.
Oh,
Oh, really?
okay.
It's like some kind of 70s porn.
Are they fucking each other?
Sounds like
What is
sex.
Kermit doing to Piggy right now?
Oh, Kermit.
Does he?
Is there a Cadillac
that-
involved?
is that
It
you?
sounds like there's a Cadillac involved.
Piggy, maybe this is a good time to bring up Ash Dildo.
Shit, that was you the whole time.
Yeah.
That was good.
All
Speaking
right, hang on.
of,
There's one clip here. All right, let's see if this works.
You're a major star. You're international, right? They certainly know you.
Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers. She was great.
Yeah, she was awesome.
Do women come on to you?
spoke up.
Are you suggesting something?
I just know most single, wealthy, which you are, famous men end up with a tall, cool blonde at their side. Do women come on to you?
Well, I haven't had a tall, cool blonde yet, actually, at my side. I mean, I've worked with them and stuff like that, but, I'm a frog.
I know you're a frog. I know Miss Piggy's a pig,
Yeah.
but yet you managed to get together. Who's your ideal woman? If you could have anybody in the world. Peter said Bridget Bardot.
Well, you see, there is this pig in my life. Now, if I talk about other women, it's dangerous to my health.
He was fucking Miss Piggy the whole time.
Are you living together? Are you sleeping with Miss Piggy? Can we just get right down to it? Are you sleeping with Miss Piggy? I want to know.
This is
20 years
personal
I watched
stuff.
you on television.
You can't come on television and ask me about. I'm on Sesame Street, for goodness sakes.
I will.
I'm gonna have to watch this whole thing. It looks
Yeah,
actually
we're
pretty
I
gonna-
know that sounds pretty good.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
All right, so this is New Park Brewing
Lumen.
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 He's just playing coy the whole
6.2%.
time. He's got her on the swing.
Oh boy.
Sick.
Gagged
IPA of sorts.
A gentleman.
IPA.
It's like spitting in her mouth.
Jesus.
I'm on Sesame Street. Fucking shooting that tongue down her throat. It's like,
That frog tongue.
Whoa.
It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Gotten.
This is getting.
you ever see
weird.
that video clip of that fucking chimpanzee just grabbing that fucking big toad and just like
Blowing it.
Just
or
fucking-
getting blown by it.
yeah,
Oh
just
my
like
God.
raping its mouth.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow.
It's
No,
a real
I've never
thing.
seen
like,
that.
like a bonobo chimp or something?
No,
Yeah.
like a
It's gotta be a
actual chimp.
bonobo.
No, it's like a regular chimpanzee.
Like a regular chimp,
Chimpanzee.
like not one of the like bonobo chimps.
No.
I don't even know
like
what
the
that means.
bonobo chimps,
They get
don't
weird.
Screw anything.
Yeah.
They
What's a
get weird.
bonobo chimp?
They have,
You haven't seen this?
That's
they're
a
like
crazy
round.
chimp.
They have a different nose.
They're a little bit smaller.
like Michael Jackson's chimp, like Bubbles, like one of those.
Bubbles.
Is the one that
That's the
fucks.
same thing, isn't it?
No.
Just think of like the masturbating bear, but a chimp.
Yeah.
A bonobo's not actually a chimp. It's a bonobo.
It's a bonobo.
I don't know what it was,
A different type.
but it was fucking a
It's a
frog's
chimpanzee.
face.
It was fucking frogs.
Literally
face.
both hands, just like
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was a big toad.
Well, they don't.
it wasn't big enough.
They
The dick was
haven't-
coming out the backside.
They haven't.
Oh my
They
god.
haven't
Big
evolved.
chimp?
Well, chimps haven't evolved far enough to create a fleshlight for themselves.
I mean, that is.
That is, in fact, a
I think
Or
that's-
did they?
it is.
Or did they?
that might be
it's a
the
frog
first.
He figured
the
it
first
out.
I would actually
I'm a-
wager that us as an evolved chimp saw that video
Yeah.
and
And
then
made
created the
the
flashlight.
fleshlight.
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten?
Inspired
Frog?
by.
Wow.
I have, yeah.
Is that
I've eaten
is that how
frog.
is
I
that how
found the
AIDS
video.
started? Is that how AIDS started?
Because I feel like
Wow.
pickles are like the
got the
vegetable
video?
version of what a frog
Yeah.
is like
Jesus.
texturally.
Wow.
No, really. Like,
Wow.
Eating frog is really. It's
Put
very
it on the
similar to chicken.
Instagram.
Just like the skin of a wet frog. If you
Oh,
like,
no.
I gotta
right.
see it. Hold on.
Skin,
I gotta
no.
see it.
yeah.
Jay's
Wait,
Jay's
back
getting
and
hard
stuff.
just thinking about it.
Oh boy. You got the frog fucking the chicken?
The
The
frog.
the
The chimp,
chimp.
fucking the frog.
I need to see this.
Watch this.
There you go. Look at this. This is beast. No, it's not beast.
I know this is like poor radio,
No,
but
it's not.
This
It's
is just-
cross species
oh
masturbation.
wait, it gets better. Watch it.
So it's
Dude, he's laying back.
Yeah, he's
the
going to
moment.
town.
I gotta say, the moment that he started doing it was interesting because as he's just like, "What can I do with this thing? I'm gonna fuck this thing." You know, like, it was so like just primal.
And this segment brought to you by Oxballs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Not for
Surprised
the
they're not
toad.
selling
For all you
fucking
folks-
Not for
bullfrogs
the
on
toad.
that website.
For all you folks out in
I
podcast
see those-
land, that was amazing.
Always imagine those toads in the forest when they're like a chimp runs up on them. They're like, no, 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 no,
For
no.
your life.
Just eat me. Just eat me.
I just changed your life.
Dave,
And it's pretty easy. Anyone out there wants to watch it, just
give
have
out
to
the web address.
Google chimp rapes a frog. It's on YouTube.
It's
The frog's
on
like,
YouTube.
crush
Can
me
you
with a
write that
rock.
down?
It's actually on YouTube.
It's
That's
YouTube.
hilarious.
That frog's like, crush me with the rock. Just throw me at that tree. I make a
Yeah.
fun splat noise. Just please.
is
Don't
where
do
I have to
this.
start.
Don't do this.
This is where I
Yeah,
have
but
to-
the monkey was like, I'm about to make up my own fun splat noise.
And this is the part of the show where I have to start pulling.
He's like, try to
Follow
throw
levels
me.
back.
way back.
That shit, like seriously, like laid back was like changing positions and everything.
Oh, my
That
God.
was intense. Yeah, he was all about it. Anyway,
Use me for bait. Anything.
So John Tesh,
so we were talking about like puking in a cup.
that happened.
Two chimps, one cup.
What
Oh Jesus, we went to a whole
went-
other dark place.
What do you got there? You gonna say something?
I was going to ask what he was talking
Oh.
about. What has happened at the Acoustic. I was going to ask what is coming up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what's coming up? Yeah, we got some good stuff. So in general, you know, like I said, I took over, you know, managing stuff since our partnership changed a little bit, and in that, as that's been happening, I've been trying to. We definitely have like I think we get sort of pegged as sort of a hippie bar, you know, jam bands, a lot of Grateful Dead and Grateful
I think
Dead
that's
and
black rock in
inspired-
general.
Yeah, it's definitely part of the scene there, and it's cool. I'm not, you know, obviously have nothing wrong with that, but I also want to keep music coming for people that are into other stuff as well, and so we have some like cool rock reggae groups coming up. Tropidelic is coming up, and they're really cool. We're starting up a blues night, a blues with a house band as well,
Oh, nice.
but you can sign up and like jam, you know, and have the
that's
band
cool.
back you up. And that's gonna be on Mondays coming up. We're working on food too. We're gonna start a little food, you know, a little menu.
That's what needs to happen.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah, that should be hopefully.
I
within
saw
the next
something about
2
there were like
weeks.
sandwiches and stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be like flat sandwiches, like
Yeah.
panini
That needs to
sandwiches
happen.
and stuff like that. Keeping it simple, but yeah, just you know, trying to just expand on things.
Dig it.
Yeah, we always have our open mic on Tuesday. Got the band Cabin Fever doing residency in February, so that'll be really cool. Cabin
Nice.
Fever.
Open mic night has always been some of my favorite memories of the acoustic.
I feel like to me it's
That is like the heart of it, right?
yeah, to me I
Gotta
mean,
be.
we always have like our touring bands and the bigger shows, and I think that's probably what people, if you talk about it, you know, to other people that go there, that's what it's gonna stick in their head. But to me, open mic was always like the core of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's where we've developed a lot of the, you know, local bands that have eventually, you know, end up selling out the place themselves with their band. And
Well,
over
I don't
time,
think a lot of
but-
people realize that the Black Rock area is like home to some nationally touring acts. I mean, you got like,
yeah,
you know, Jen and Johnny Durkin, of course. You've got,
Yeah.
you know, the guys
Deep
from
Banana,
yeah, you know, Deep Banana Blackout. You got the guys from the Alternate Roots. You know,
the alternate roots were a big, yeah, they
yeah.
were.
I mean, and like I remember, oftentimes being like sitting in that room on a random Monday, and seeing some of these amazing musicians
Yeah.
just jam together, just like get up there and noodle around together and do like some of the most ridiculous music I'd ever seen in my life.
Well, I
And
think
it's
that's
just a Monday night.
Yeah.
yeah, Tuesday.
You know,
Tuesday.
it was
It's
never
weird.
or
Tuesday, Lou.
Tuesday.
Plug it
Tuesday.
right, all right?
Tuesday. Sorry.
Um,
And it's weird because like I feel like it's always like open mic nights have always existed,
sure.
but
yeah.
like I've never heard of them. Like it's always been a trend where they've just been disappearing,
yeah.
right? Like slowly
That's
over
true, that's true.
over decades, but you
Yeah.
never hear about they just opened a cool mic night place, like
Yeah.
or like it's thriving,
Yeah.
which is sad because it's really the only way for people to get some sort
well,
of
yeah, it's
exposure
a
and
great-
experience.
It's the whole point of an open mic night is to get
Yeah.
is to get young performers the experience of getting on the mic, getting up on a stage.
Well, I've always
and
loved
practicing their craft.
like you just never know what you're gonna get with it. Like I've had some open mics that are just like new. Some new group comes in. I've never heard of them. Anything. And then it's just like this awesome band. Or
There was
solo.
one even last year. There was
Solo
some
act
girl
or
that
whatever.
did an open mic night last year. I remember, and I remember saying to somebody that night, I was like, whatever that it thing is, like when people talk about like they have it,
You have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever
that it is, I was like, that young lady has it.
Well, I think what she had was
A
vagina.
Well, I later on I saw her on like America's
That's how
Got
you get into
Talent or
trouble.
something.
Yeah.
like that.
You know what though? Like,
Dave,
it's
hit
true
it.
though. People
I have
complain. You always hear people complain about how like music is pre-selected by recording company, by record companies,
Yeah.
by
Missed an
executives and
opportunity.
things. And it like it's not really like it's not really what like people in general like. It's more like what sells.
Right.
Yeah.
The only way to sort of bypass that is with open mic nights at places
Yeah,
that
you gotta
you
let
can
people
show up
express
and listen
themselves.
Yeah.
to raw music that's been
Yeah.
unadulterated by a record company.
Yeah.
Speaking of adultery,
You know what? When I lived in Jersey, the coolest thing I used to live near New Brunswick in Edison, New Jersey.
Yeah.
And one thing we used to love to do was I forget if it was Tuesday or Wednesdays, but they used to have an open mic night at the Stress Factory.
Oh.
And it's not music; it'd
there's
be
one in Bridgeport
comedians.
now.
But
Yeah.
yes, which is awesome. I haven't been there yet, but I should go down there. But
Yeah.
Ooh, we're gonna have a comedy night actually at Shebeen soon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
That was one of the cool things I liked about, like, as bad as some of the comedians would be, like,
Yeah.
you'd get a very like raw kind of kind of like
Yeah,
a
but-
homebrew version of
We
comedy.
have a real
pretty much.
appreciation for it. I think
Yeah.
when you're sitting there and it's like, even if sometimes you'd be an open mic and somebody
most of it sucks. And
spill.
then
Well,
some of
even
it's
if
awesome.
if it sucks, like you see
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that person is really like giving it their all and just going for it, and you're like,
Yeah.
you may even be like, hey, that was not like that wasn't great, or there's things you could critique about it, but you're like, that took some balls to get up there and just like try your own shit, and
Oh, yeah.
And there's some jokes that like it's weird. There's some jokes that are just like that's a really bad joke.
yeah,
And there's other jokes where like you maybe you didn't laugh, but you get it. Like you
Right.
get exactly what they were trying to say.
Well, comedy, I think, is like one of the toughest thing. So our open mic is open to,
Anybody.
music, comedy. One time we had a puppeteer. That was one of the coolest. This is years ago. Puppeteer walks in there, like puts together and like Insta stage, gives me music. He's like, just play this when I'm ready. Hit play, and it was like, he had everybody like crying with like the drama of the story he was telling within like 10 minutes. But it's like our open mic, you can do whatever, right? And
Yeah.
comedy is, I just think, like, is the hardest art form. Not only from the, you're alone up there, and even if you're a solo singer songwriter, you at least have your instrument that you can sort of hide
Yeah,
behind and play,
sure.
and give yourself a
For
warm
sure.
up. If you're nervous, play the chords a couple, an extra time around or something before you come in with the vocal.
But also with music, all music is variations on a theme.
Yeah,
Everybody everybody knows the keys and the progressions of the
Yeah.
chords. It's all variations on a theme. Comedy is specifically the opposite. If you
Yeah.
say something that's anything like anybody else said,
Oh, yeah.
you're fucked.
Yep.
Everything has to be
You're
an
right.
original
Yeah.
thought
for the
the first time anybody's ever said
it's
it.
like so intense. It's difficult, and yeah, you have to be just like daring and creative, and yeah, it's I don't know. It's-
And the neat thing I liked about open mic night was that if somebody was really, went up there and like tried their best and actually impressed you, you could literally sit next to them and buy them a beer.
Yeah.
5 minutes after they're done
Yeah.
playing, they don't have an ego or anything. They're just people trying to like showcase what their abilities are.
Yeah, I've always like open mic's always been one of my favorites because it's like, we've had those nights that are, we're certainly blessed with having a lot of great talent. Like Lou was just saying about, Jen Jerkin and all the Deep Banana people, or all the people from Kung Fu, or or the Alternate Roots guy. There's so many people, just great musicians, a lot of great talent in the area that will just pop in and sign up an open mic. Or the other side of it is just like these sort of hidden gems that just come in there and you don't know what to expect, and you're like, holy shit, like who is that? Who is that person? That happened actually last night. There was a what were they called? Brain. I was like, I can't remember the name of the band, Brain Candy or something like that. And it was this great group. This like four or five piece group with this female lead singer. It was like sort of jazz, rock, fusion-y, just like, she had this amazing voice. The band was really killer. Yeah, and it was just like, who are you? Where the heck did you come from, But that stuff is constantly happening around us. And I think technology definitely, helps to just encourage.
I'm gonna tell
the
a
creative
story
process.
that I swore I would never tell in front of your face.
Oh God.
Excuse me.
There was
Where's this going?
one of those other random Tuesday nights, and for some reason the board or the sign up sheet or whatever was light that particular day,
Okay.
and you decided, you know what, fuck it, I've got my acoustic here, I'll go and do something.
Okay. So I played.
And you went up there and you just sat down, threw a mic on yourself, and went okay, and you played. I don't remember. It was a Beatles tune. I don't remember if it was Rocky Raccoon, if it was
must
what it
have been.
was. But you
That's
did
my go-to. That's my go-to. Rocky Raccoon.
There was, for whatever reason, like as loose as you were that particular night, you played a version of Rocky Raccoon, and I remember you being done and being completely freaking clueless to what you just did to that room. You were done, and you hit that last chord or whatever. You sang the last little bit of Rocky Raccoon, and then went, okay, thanks. And
I like to play.
Like literally the entire room was jaw dropped and silent for like 3-4 seconds, like uncomfortably quiet for like 3-4 seconds, and then applauded. And Will's like, okay, thanks everybody, good night. And just like walked away, just like fucking, just kicked the shit out of the room with Rocky freaking Raccoon.
I will say, open mic is more intimidating than other nights. So, like, I'm in a band, I play gigs, whatever, in front of people, and
You guys are playing Friday, right?
we're playing on Friday. Yeah, Big Moon at Main Street Tavern.
Big Moon, Main Street Tavern. Come on out, everybody.
in Stratford.
Estrafo.
And but playing
Where is that in Stratford?
on Main Street.
Being Estrafo, didn't I
It's
just
a
say
tavern.
I
that?
think I've made that joke more than once.
It's a tavern.
Probably.
But they so like playing open mic is so I think
Is
it's
that
just
on
way more
Paradise
intense.
Green?
It's on Main Street.
Where on Main Street, though, is the question.
That's your one, isn't it?
No, Paradise Green. It's just
It
past that.
it used to be Mr. P.
It used to be Mr.
Yes.
P's.
Oh,
Mr.
okay.
P's, yeah.
Okay.
Next to what's the there's an Italian deli?
Gaetano?
Gaetano's, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Right next to it. And a laundromat if you gotta wash your.
I know exactly where it is. I
Right,
used to work
these-
at the tire shop.
The diner. The diner's right there.
Oh, is that where you worked at your tire shop when you had the you drank cleaning fluid or something?
That's right down the street from Two
Uh,
Roads.
soap.
So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Burns Tire.
But yeah, open mic is intense. I think pressure's on. So I give a lot of respect to all our open micers that come in there.
Yeah, there's been some. I mean, obviously, like it's an open mic night, so there's going to be
Worst
some
bartender.
weird crap where you're just kind of scratching your head about it. But
Yeah.
there's
But then
also
amazing
some
things
really
happen. Like
amazing
last
things.
last night there was
I really want to talk about
but-
these vaginas.
a bunch of people
Which
just
ones?
these.
Just any ones in particular?
No, keep going.
I didn't say
You
that.
know what it is?
I was just
It's-
being me.
Open mic night is, and this doesn't exist.
like this is open mic
Nobody's
night.
gonna get this reference anymore, except for like the old guys that are in this room. But it's like the public access television
Yeah.
of performing arts.
And
Yeah.
things happen.
That's,
Yeah.
It's like things happen, you know?
really, yeah. magical stuff
Anybody remember
happens
Ricky
like
Rick?
that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ricky,
Yeah, yeah.
Tampon Man.
Why is that so
Tampon
familiar?
Man.
Oh, Tampon
Yeah,
Man.
The Tampon Man.
Tampon Man, motherfucker.
Oh my God.
Remember he used to have his dye list?
yeah.
That was awesome.
Holy shit. I forgot all about that
Yeah.
guy.
You'd
Yeah.
never know about him if not for public access television.
That's true. That's very true.
And that lady who
Tampon
like
Man.
told people's futures.
Oh,
Yeah.
There was like the two
We,
of them.
uh,
That was
What
it.
is
Yeah.
That's basically
Everybody
the beginning.
hates me. I'm
Yeah.
Tampon Man.
That's basically the beginning of podcasting right there.
Pretty
Kinda.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 100%. 'Cause
Pioneers.
shit.
Pioneers.
I remember watching on my dad's projection TV.
all you need to do is
I
just
saw him
put
live
together.
at Laszlo's.
Ooh, Laszlo's. Yeah.
Yeah. All you need to do is
Speaking
put
of
together
open mics.
10, 15 minutes of video material, which didn't involve you cursing too much.
Right.
And then you just had to mail it in and sit back.
Boom. They put it
You
up.
just had
They
to
air
have
it.
the courage to actually put something together and send it to him. That's really what it was. You know?
Tampon Man. That's that's a name I never thought
Where
I
is
would
he
hear again.
today, do you think?
Tampon guy? I don't know.
I don't know,
Tampon
but
Man.
we already
Give him the
emailed.
respect that he
Google
deserves.
that?
Tampon Man.
Can we Google him?
All I know is we already
Yeah.
emailed Russell Wolf, so we might as well
Oh.
Get Tampon Man, Dave.
get Tampon
By the way,
Man.
Get him in studio.
I just looked it up, and
Let's bring him to Paulo's
stand-up
house.
comedy night at Shebeen Brewing is going to be on
is
the
it?
26th. It's Fun Things with Jimmy Blair. Jimmy Blair, if nobody's ever seen Jimmy Blair. Hi, Jimmy, wherever you are.
Hi, Jimmy.
Jimmy's he's freaking hilarious. You guys come
Okay,
out on
it
the
wa-
26th. He's hilarious.
Oh,
He's got a
January?
he's got a whole bunch of he's got a whole bunch of friends of his coming out for a whole comedy night.
And what night was
There's
this?
gonna
again?
be like 5, 6
Comedy.
folks. Yeah, it's
When is this?
January.
I believe
26th.
January 26th.
26th.
which I want to say is a Saturday.
It is.
I'm gonna double check.
No, it's definitely Saturday.
It is
100%.
okay.
You heard it here first.
Somebody-
Head on
somebody
down to
knows
Shebeen.
Better than
What's
I.
with that?
Friday's my birthday, the 25th.
Oh,
Oh.
there you go. That's how
All right.
we know.
Happy early birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Not that I care, but
Happy birthday.
no, my girlfriend wants to take me out. On
All right,
my
so
birthday,
so
What's she
first of
gonna
all,
take?
it wasn't Ricky Rick, it was Jerry Jer.
Jerry
Jer.
Jer.
Sorry.
But I knew it. I knew you.
Sorry.
I
you
knew
exactly
something
what I
didn't
was talking
sound
about.
right. Jerry Jer.
It
Now
was Jerry
I know.
Jer. Sorry.
Oh, you got him?
Is he on the phone?
No, this is just a really old video, I think.
Is he waiting to see if
The
He's
following
really bad at
program is offensive to everyone. Viewer discretion is advised.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm fucking talking about. Boy, was that a short warning, you fat fuck. Tampon Man is in the house. Get in here, fat fuck. The door's open, fat fuck.
I can't imagine how this is offensive.
Are we on or what? Get in here, fat ass, and put up the number.
Oh, he's literally
The
talking to
door's
a person.
open.
Yes, he is.
Stupid motherfuckers, man. For real. There you go. Now get your fat ass in there. Run. Oprah is a fat biatch and she can suck my big black biatch.
And when you listen,
What up, everybody? It's Tampon Man. Big, close the door, you fat fuck. And
this
act like
guy
you know
had an
somebody.
earring from his nose to his ear.
Yeah.
Like a
like
chain.
Dave
Oh
Snake
my
Sabo.
God, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
It's all coming together now.
And he
coming back.
and he would sort of always talk upwards. Like he just talk like this.
Did
So
he not
one of
have
the-
a pad on his chest? Or am I
So-
making that up?
You know,
So one of the
when I
first
saw him, he had
forehead-
one taped to his forehead.
On his forehead, he used to have a bloody tampon
Oh, okay.
stuck
So,
to
all
his
right,
forehead.
so
Good.
one
and
of the
the
first
die
things,
lists were the best.
one of the first
Die,
comments
motherfucker,
on
die.
this
He
is,
would just like list up shit. It was hilarious. Anyways, go ahead.
oh no, we're done now.
Classic Dave.
Wait, what is one of the first?
Let's see if we can find him. We should get him out of retirement.
We should only if he has the only if he still has the earring.
For some reason, I feel like it'll involve an exhumation.
Oh, you think he died?
I don't know.
No, I feel like I knew somebody who worked with him. He worked at like Nielsen or some shit.
Tampax?
No, like the Nielsen group.
No, I worked there. He didn't work there.
No, my friend Al worked there. I'm pretty sure my friend Al worked
No,
with
he
him.
definitely didn't work there. Because when I saw him live, I was working there, and he definitely didn't work
Maybe it
there.
wasn't there.
There's no way they would have let him inside the building.
Speaking of tampons,
What are we drinking?
vaginas.
Vaginas.
How did we go back? Wow.
A lot of vagina.
Yeah, that's what
love
tampons were originally made for.
Vaginas?
Original.
What did
For-
they use? Just like rags, right? Hence
Why do,
being
you,
on the rag.
why do white guys always add
think so.
an R to vagina?
Vagina.
It's always vagina.
It depends on where you're from. In the
If you're
tri-state
from
area.
if you're from New Jersey,
you
it's
literally just
vagina.
said it. You just said vaginas?
I did not. I
Yes,
said
you did.
vagina.
Jersey.
Vagina.
Like, go say
Sophia
Worcester?
Vergara?
Is that what it's like?
Huh?
It's like Worsher?
I
Worsher
think so,
machine?
yeah. Yeah, like it's Worcester.
Worcester.
My mother's name is Donna, and my first job was like a deli, and they were from the Bronx or something. And the wife would call my mother Donner. I remember clearly.
It's a great story.
Yeah.
I remember driving through Massachusetts once with my now wife, and we got to a toll booth in Worcester, Mass. And I was joking with her. I'm like, "What's that sign say?" And she's like, "Worcestershire." I'm like, "Watch this." I'm like, pull up to the toll. I'm like, "Hi, sir, where are we?" She's like, "Worcester." I'm like, "Cheshire." What? I'm like, nothing.
Cheshire.
Thank you.
Cheshire.
I'm sipping on this stuck in a roundabout right now.
Oh, sweet.
London is the
Is
London
that what, I
style
was going to
sweet
ask
milk
what we're
stout.
drinking.
Yeah.
And I, to be honest, like, I get the London.
What does that
That's-
mean?
I do like it,
A bit of yo.
like it's like a Samuel Smith style type beer to me.
Holy crap!
Did I just make you happy?
You just made me very, very, very happy.
It does have that depth.
That's
to
an
it.
awesome palate
100%.
right there.
Thank you.
So
All right, so we didn't tell you this before. We don't say palate here.
We say
Oh,
taste
we say
place.
taste place.
Yeah.
taste place.
So
Yeah.
Palate's a little too
he has to
sophisticated
do a
for
shot.
Paulo.
We didn't say it
Is that
earlier.
what that
So
is? The taste place.
Taste
Oh, yeah.
place.
That works out.
Taste place.
Wonderful taste place.
I just
When
went from 6 to midnight.
I also who just said that?
I did.
I also thought on the ride home today, because pairing was really bothering me.
oh yeah,
So I'm thinking we should just buddy up.
buddy up.
Yeah,
That's a good.
buddy up.
yeah, yeah.
No.
So besides
No,
the
that's
yeast,
what we gotta do, buddy
is
up.
it,
No.
is it only the yeast strain or is it
No.
the ingredients?
No, not at all.
Okay.
The kind of the big thing about Stuck in a Roundabout is the water profile.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
Very nice.
Okay, Lou.
Stouts stouts are really
Well played.
in my opinion. I think a lot of other people. Tom M would speak up,
Oh,
call
yeah.
up because you're going to be all over this shit. Stouts are super dependent on water profiles.
Yeah, for sure.
we
We added calcium carbonate, if you guys recall. We made our stout that we haven't
Hello.
bottled yet.
So when Rich and I first talked about doing this beer, he had a very specific water profile in mind, and I said, okay, so I'm gonna do this stuff, and I like inputted all the math and all that stuff, and then I brought the recipe to him, and when I did it initially, I looked at all of that beer math, and in my head, I was like, I think I know what he's going for, and this is not it.
This ain't it, Chief.
Right? So I came up with a couple of different variations on it, and I showed him, okay, this is what you said you wanted, this is what it looks like with nothing, and this is what it looks like with this, and this is what it looks like with that. And I don't think that, like, this is the one that you said, and I don't think this is what's in your head right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
What's in your
And
head?
and sure enough, when I showed the numbers to Rich, he was like, "Oh no, that's not right at all." I was like, "Yeah, I figured." So here's what I'm thinking, and I kind of slid over this other water profile to him, and to your credit, young man, it was a very particular section of London that I was aiming for. A very, very specific section of London. So I did
I
my
say it. But
I did my best to mimic that water profile in making this beer. And what we end up with, can I have some of that, by the way?
Oh,
Whoever
yeah.
has it.
Now explain water profile to people
wait,
who
I
don't know
think
what
I
that
had
is,
it. Did I
because
have that?
when you say water profile to me, I'm just like, somebody came to me, it was like, what are you looking at for water profile? I'm like, clear, boom, next.
Yeah, no, water is
the chemistry of the water with the minerals.
Yeah, so
Clean, drinkable.
Are you
next.
saying I ain't got the minerals?
yeah. So obviously, anybody who, like, for instance, who, if you go to Bridgeport, let's say, and you have municipal water,
Yeah.
right, you're going to be getting city water. That's going to taste like something,
Yeah.
right? You go to some place that's got well water, and you try well water, that's going to taste different.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's all about those mineral compounds that are in those in that water supply.
Yeah, the flavor of water.
Yeah,
It's
and
an
you don't
interesting
really
thing.
think about it.
Yeah.
So like a lot of home
Sometimes you have
brewers-
that water, you like water, and you're like, that tastes so good.
It's the same thing with pizza.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely. Pizza, bagels.
Bagels. Yeah.
Right?
Right there,
Try
as I
to
said
try
it.
to have a pizza or
I
a
was
bagel
drooling,
in
so you got that
California.
first.
Oh no, it
It's
sucks.
shitty.
Yeah, it sucks.
Right?
Yeah.
Because they don't have the right water. You know? They try their best and they may have this great recipe, they might have a great sauce, they may have a great pepperoni. They can't make the crust.
I got a
that
great
we can make
pepperoni.
here.
Also, I don't have any of that stout.
There's
all-
so
and
one of those
there's more
fill,
of those.
low fill cans is the
I
stout.
think one of the underfills are. Yeah, it'll say roundabout on it. No, it's smoothie.
Around the boot.
Roundabout.
I thought it was a Yes reference.
I feel like the Cali water has too much Adderall in it.
So
Is that what it is?
Coke too.
yeah, so the whole
It's a very
thing-
good
that
beer.
down the-
It's a very good beer, by the way.
Yeah, it is. I really I
Yeah,
enjoy
this
it.
is really good. I actually like it.
So which part of London? Because I'm 2 years out of the game.
Is it down to a street?
it's no. It's a part of North London, if I remember correctly. I have to look it up again, but if I remember correctly, it's a very particular neighborhood in North London that I found and I tried to mimic.
I
And
only
you
know
also use
soccer
like a
teams.
British yeast on it.
Believe it or not, the yeast that is in this one is a very generic yeast. It's just a plain old USO4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight up USO4. There's
Okay, then.
nothing fancy
Okay.
about it. You know?
I'd have a beer.
I kind of wanted the
No, I like
other.
more of that. This is actually really like this beer.
I kind of wanted the other
This is
ingredients
nice.
to do do
After
their
my
thing
spiel about
to-
stouts,
to-
I'm like, this is nice. I could drink
Yeah,
this.
I wanted, and again, you're only talking about 5 and change on the ABV on it, so you could drink a bunch of them.
That's what I'm saying. See, I don't give him a chance.
Where
I'm
are
like-
you, Tom? You should be having like 6 of these.
Because I'll be honest, I love a big, bitey stout, that chalky, big mouth.
Yeah, yeah, like it pours like motor oil, right?
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. A lot of people dig it.
I
and,
do,
and
love
I do
those.
too. I love those.
but this is very
but
nice.
this, like, you could just. This is more of a session-y stout.
Yeah, you can drink
You
a
know?
lot of this.
Yeah,
This is actually really good.
this is
well
that.
done.
Sit around your fire pit, hang out with your friends, and just
Very
know.
balanced.
Thank you.
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that I mean,
Nothing
it
There's
was
It's
almost
like
something unstouty about it, but it's not unpleasant.
This
It's
is
like
definitely a sit around your bar and have somebody explain what water profile is to you.
Well, it's not that very nice. It's not the bite of an American stout. I mean, it's very different than like a dry English, like a dry Irish stout or something.
yeah,
And there's lactose in it, right?
yeah. There's
Yeah,
a bit
so
of
there's a little
lactose.
sweetness
it's very
in
nice.
there.
I would definitely like buy that in a
Yeah.
form factor.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, yeah.
It's good. I dig it.
The idea again is about and it's something that I think I've kind of learned about myself as a brewer, as a recipe designer, that I enjoy making drinkable beers. And again, don't get me wrong, like I love, doubles and triples and all that stuff, and that's really cool and it's awesome, and it's like the verbiage gets really sexy and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But I also really love beer, which means I like to drink a lot of beer. And if you're just, fucking hammered and falling on your face, you're not going to be able to drink a lot of it. So
Yeah.
if you can sit around and drink, 5, 6 of these and still be, semi-slurring your speech, better.
No, we're
I
talking.
mean, most of the I think pretty much all the beers we've tried of yours thus far,
Lighter ABVs.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is nice because it's not the trend. right
Yeah.
now.
We only have
Yeah.
one to go. The Alpaca Blanca.
No,
Oh,
we got
2.
the New Haven.
We
IPA.
got
Yeah, we
2.
got the New Haven.
No, I
IPA.
mean,
There's
the
the alpaca. We got
Shebeen-
the Hadoken.
And then Hadouken.
Oh,
So we got
yeah.
that, which is your face on it.
That's got my stupid head on it.
Yeah.
I also
And-
Which was
tried
a
it.
topic I think when we discussed.
I actually went to Barcade this weekend, and I
Oh,
tried
cool.
to play Street Fighter, and that's pretty much the only move I can remember.
Oh, Dugan.
I definitely
Or the E Honda. With the
I
arm.
definitely
Yeah,
made it
yeah.
to like I definitely did
Was
that
that
like flying
Ryu?
uppercut thing
Ryu
once
or
too,
something?
and then I couldn't remember how to do it again.
Well,
I'm like trying to play and Google
The flying
moves.
uppercut was just
I
like
was
a
more
half
of a-
circle.
I was always more
Half
of a attacking
circle.
guy.
Yeah, like
It's funny
back,
because-
back 4-day.
I tried
Well,
that, but it
like
didn't work.
all the folks that have tried Hadouken and have really enjoyed it. A lot of times I have been asked about, dude, you should really make this a double because again, like I said, I like making these drinkable beers. So this is Hadouken is 6%, and a lot of folks are like, dude, you should really make this a double and blah 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 blah, and they like keep coming up to me. So I said, okay, fuck it, let's do it. So we have made a 9% version of Hadouken.
Nice.
A double Dukin?
And
Double Dukin'.
that will be coming out in, I believe it's getting canned this weekend, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
And
You like it in the can.
Double dookie.
I said that.
so that one will be coming out.
That was the closest you got to your mic all night.
It's awful.
So
Don't
I-
sweat the technique.
if I remember correctly, the name of that beer, and it's in my head as Drooly B, which I believe the acronym stands for downright. What is it? Downright up left
Oh, I see.
YB,
Oh,
which is
sorry.
the actual name of the
Oh,
beer.
for the
Downright up left
Going
right B,
YB.
which is like some sort of
move
a
to the,
super move
yeah, yeah.
thing.
There's a Deftones song that's like down, left, back, forward, upright.
That's the
Yeah.
Contra code.
I listened
Yeah.
to that yesterday.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
the
Contra,
Deftones
yeah, yeah.
song is?
Yeah. It's
I listened
nice.
to that yesterday at work.
up, down, up,
actually.
down, left,
Yeah.
right, left,
Up,
right.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
AB, AB,
Yeah.
select start.
ABA.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's it.
Somebody,
I love the Deftones. Can we just talk about the Deftones and how great they are?
Livewire just
Dude,
posted
I
a
was just
list
talking
of
to
like
somebody
all.
about them today. They were playing at the brewery, and I was
Fucking
so
love it.
psyched.
Livewire just posted a list of like how old bands that people listen to are, and they said Deftones is 31
30
years old.
years old.
31
Yeah,
years.
Let's
31
talk about
Wow.
Deftones.
That's
Chino's a
ridiculous.
whiny bitch.
Fuck you.
He is.
brutal.
They have some
Yeah.
really great songs, but for the most part, his
You're an
voice
idiot.
fucking bothers me.
Really?
Idiot.
Really?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's definitely a whiny bitch. Like yeah. Like I've
Yeah,
seen
but it's the juxtaposition between that and the brutal riffs that make it
the
cool.
brutal riffs.
Stop throwing out your college words.
Did you say
Brutal?
juxtaposition?
Brutal
Juxtaposition was when you
I
take
always
two
describe
things,
Deftones
contrast
as
and compare them.
I think
sexy
Paul
metal.
just doesn't like words with more than two syllables.
No, they are. They're sexy
Sybil-
metal.
Good one there, Dare.
That's
Well, I had to-
seriously-
I had to
Words
cut
in
one.
their
I had to cut one of them out so that he would hear it.
Yeah. Sybils.
That was a good joke, and I'm gonna give you.
Right.
He didn't do it on purpose. He just
Deftones-
recovered well.
Yeah, that's a great recovery.
Yeah.
Deftones are sexy metal that women like.
What are you trying to say, Bobby?
Listen, they have some great songs. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I actually really love like the Diamond Eye song,
Diamond Eyes,
which
yeah.
is one of their newer ones.
Yeah.
But
At this point, it's probably 6 years old.
I remember seeing it in a concert, and Sheena was just like, "You guys like to do whippets?" And I was like, "Go fuck yourself."
Listen, Chino's entire aesthetic is ripped from Morrissey, and you love Morrissey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no. Morrissey's cool. Sheena's a bitch.
Whippets are the
which is ridiculous.
justification.
You're trying to say that Chino sings like a wafy woman dying in the breeze, but Morrissey's
You were
cool.
saying Chino's as good of a vocalist as Morrissey?
Whippets are the justification of escaping this cruel world and whipped cream. That's what it is.
That- I wasn't saying that.
Good.
Wow.
I'm just, but there's a place for him.
No, I like some of their songs, which
It's my
he's part
place.
of. But as a whole, that is grating to me. And I sing.
And this is one of their best songs.
This song I like, but it's still
Oh, I thought you
grating
meant
to me.
when you said that. Oh,
It's
that-
his voice.
This
The
particular
vocals.
song is great.
I love his
No.
voice. I sing too.
The fact that he's all emotional and crying.
It's
his
just like, oh,
eyes out.
dude, I didn't realize Tommy Ciccarelli sang for them.
Yeah, he's been biting that aesthetic for a while.
I don't know. For some reason,
I think that's how he gets laid, actually. He tells
Hey,
chicks that
you
he
know,
can't-
This
I can't
just sounds like every punk band I hate.
Okay, A, it's not punk.
It's not punk at all.
Yeah, so
I know.
It's like, yeah, what-
I know. I know. I'm-
Is
So I don't know
everybody
what
else
punk
needing
you're listening
another-
to.
another
Maybe
beer,
that's why
by
he
the
hates
way?
punk. Maybe he loves
No, no,
punk,
I like-
but
no, no,
has just
I-
never heard
I
it.
love punk music.
I hate
This
that.
just
school-
sounds
that
like the punk music
back in
I don't
school.
like
We are the
listen to.
leaders
Okay,
song.
because it's not punk.
I hate that.
Yeah. But usually, like, there's that really bad punk music where it's this, and then somebody, like, at the end going, you know what I
Okay,
mean?
again, not punk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
again, not
it sort
punk.
of is, though.
No, it's not. Punk
They,
is like
they go on Warped Tour. It's the same
it's like
shit.
50s music with
Wait, who's your-
cranked amps.
I do fucking love
Yeah, who do
everything
you
about
love?
that Diamond Eyes song though.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I like his vocals. I love that.
But
shit.
his vocals
Yeah.
are the same.
Did
as
I
they
hit
are
a
in the
nerve?
other song.
I also
Did I hit
love
a nerve with the
he's on a Lamb of God track
comment?
on the Lamb of God's new album, which
Yeah.
is very good as well.
Yeah.
You just don't know what you like.
I know exactly what I like.
Actually,
Actually,
Who's your
like, do you?
favorite vocalist?
or you know
Boyz II Men.
Oh, yeah.
Boyz
Well,
II Men.
Boyz II Men. Come on.
All
they're
four?
fantastic.
Wanya.
Dude, look
I'm not
up.
joking.
Google Chris
When
Murray
I do
Slim.
doing
karaoke,
I was like
Time is
Slim.
the
I'll make
Master.
love to you.
I like Slim.
Wait
That's
a minute.
all.
There's a guy in Boyz II Men named Wanye.
Wanya Morris.
Yeah.
He's the lead guy.
The tenor
Is that
dude.
like
Yeah.
a Spanish Kanye?
Yeah.
Wanye.
No, Digital Bath, Dave. Digital Bath. That's the one.
This is a great song. This fucking song is awesome.
Oh, this is the one you're talking about.
Fuck.
Also,
love
if
this
I
song.
was Spanish, I'd be changing my Instagram name to Wanye West right now. But as it stands, I will continue to be Poster Bro.
Yo soy Wanye.
I might change my name to Wanye now.
Oh yeah, this one.
Doesn't
Yeah,
do anything for me.
yeah, this is a cool song.
Yeah, this was
Doesn't do anything for me.
But this is so wafy.
I like this song. I don't know why. I just,
All right, would you rather listen to this or Tool?
Tool's boring as fuck.
Really? I'd rather listen
Dude,
to Tool.
you're like-
Love him. I love him.
I'd
like
rather
Mike
listen to
boring.
Tool than this.
I'd rather listen to Perfect Circle.
Okay.
But I don't. I mean, I know Tool's great, and I know they have great songs, and I enjoy some of the songs. But a lot of the times, I'm just like, all right, something happened already.
They definitely their songs are all about like building off of an
Yeah.
idea. So
I
they
actually
take.
I didn't
I think
like
you
their
need
last
to do a
album.
lot more hallucinogenics.
All right,
This is what needs to happen.
let's go. You got any?
We're just getting thrown right off YouTube.
I don't. Oh yeah, this, I don't even like Nine Inch Nails. I don't. I wasn't a big
We
fan.
have
of, but
copyright
I'd rather
claims
listen
on
to
every
that.
episode of our podcast. By the way.
Like if you put Nine Inch Nails on right now, I'd listen to all of it
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
rather
that's
than
dope.
this stuff.
This is a great song.
Wow.
46 and 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the songs.
42 and 6. I don't know which way it is.
46 and 2.
Yeah.
Something about chromosomes.
The I liked everything. Bless you.
Bless you.
Of
Jesus.
Tool up
I
until
thought that was
last
part of the
record.
song.
Then
Just
it-
I
me.
thought that was a Street
Just
Fighter.
me
I
saying
thought he was doing a
initials.
Street Fighter.
I thought that was like the break of the song. Hey, and then like it just breaks into like something. That sounds good. You know? No.
Danny Carey's like
Oh, he's fucking insane.
undoubtedly
Danny
the
Carey's
greatest
a
drummer
friggin'
ever.
genius.
Greatest drummer?
Yes.
Great or greatest?
well, I mean,
I'll put you down for great.
Who's your
He's
greatest?
one-
Put me
no,
down for greatest.
I only
He's
have
the
great
best
or
drummer of
greatest.
all time.
I mean, I'll put him as one
Danny
of the
Carey can
greatest.
play in 4 different time signatures at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's
Yeah.
boring, what's
well,
it worth?
when he's doing that, it's not the
So
boring
who's your
part.
wait? But who's your drummer? Who is he?
Oh, no, I don't have one.
Oh, come on.
So then you can't.
You can't say
dispute
that.
him.
You can't say that and then not have one ready in the in the pocket.
I don't know. I don't have an answer. Mike Jackson was actually really good. He really was.
You're gonna put Mike Jackson up against Danny Carey.
I'm not putting him up against Danny Carey. I don't listen and care about Danny Carey.
Hey, no, but like
From a
feel.
personal experience,
No, yeah, but like wait,
Mike Jackson was a very. I mean, he's
That was
fucked
his
up.
drummer in his band.
He was a drummer. Like, he was super good.
I'm like maybe you've heard of a little Michael Jackson.
That's his name.
A little. I know.
How do you know that?
He's
No, I'm just saying he's also a famous pop star.
Did you say Michael Jackson?
No, you said Mike
My,
Jackson.
I
my
did. Oh.
favorite drummer is also a famous
drunk.
pop star, and his name is Phil Collins.
No, I'm
Oh,
giving
yeah.
he is actually an
I'm
amazing
giving
drummer.
him credit.
He is an amazing
Mike Jackson is a great drummer. He is.
I
I'm not
won't
saying
tell
he's
that.
the best drummer.
But he's good.
Danny Carey is one of the best drummers, hands down.
Freaking good.
Hands down.
Yeah,
He's really good.
There's no way to argue.
He often doesn't
No.
play
Not
with
with- not
his
with any-
snares on.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, 100%. I haven't listened to Tool's music enough to like be like, yeah, I agree
I'm
with
like,
that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Or,
I'm like,
then
or
shut up.
disagree with it. No, why shut up? Why shut up? Because
Now.
I'm not saying Danny Carey's the best drummer in the world.
Oh, this is the argument we usually end shows with.
Yeah, we get
I'm
angry.
joking.
You know what? Instead, Jay's gonna rinse some
unplugging
glasses
my-
and pour some beer, and we're
There
gonna
you
go.
go.
Hello.
We're gonna go a different direction.
Dick.
Let's do it.
We still have
Vaginas. Here we go.
Google.
Now we really get to know the Vega brothers.
Oh shit.
What's happening now?
What's up?
This thing's still skipping. I don't know why.
Did you fix it? You haven't
Hell
fixed it.
is
I thought I did.
You haven't done shit.
I wrote this song.
If you happen to be producing porn for the ladies, consider yourself blessed. If you specialize in making adult-only content with redheads, you might want to invest in some hair dye.
Oh.
This from 2019's Porn Trends article that was released.
Redheads are the shit.
So this is Adult, the section of the podcast where we talk about things in the adult film industry or just adult-related topics.
This is my announcer voice. According to the pornographic media company X Hamster, predictions for 2019 and results from 2018 are in. And statistics show that women make up 30% of the porn market in 2019, which is actually an expected rise of 41.9% over the previous year. So girls, sisters are doing it for themselves. Apparently in 2019. A 41.9% rise is actually quite a bit. So, I don't know.
I got 100% rise right now.
Let's see what else the trends are. Ginger-themed porn is anticipated to dip by 14.1%, which is ridiculous.
Why would it dip?
Redheads are hot.
Yeah, that's my shit.
I don't know,
right there.
man. They're like,
And they're rare.
They're just uncontrollable.
Hmm?
Maybe I'm just speaking from experience. I'm sorry.
Additionally, gay visitors should be on the rise this year.
It's like redheads are like a wild bronco. You can't.
Just hold on and go for the ride, man.
And then you just got to jump
it's
off.
an acquired taste. It's an acquired taste.
You just let him gallop off into the sunset.
And
you
the
can't cage him out.
Dude, when I met my wife, she was a redhead. I'll be
What do
the
you
first
mean
one to
when?
admit it.
Wow.
Well, that hair's been dyed so many times at this point, but
Oh, okay.
bisexual searches are expected to rise by 4.6% this year as well.
It's in.
I think my computer history will agree to all of these things.
Well, it's an average, so. Let's see.
No, you didn't.
Demand for Stormy Daniels content spiked by a whopping 3,575% in 2018.
Why?
That makes
Wow.
sense.
And
go
porn,
Stormy.
and
Why though?
porn featuring
I mean, why?
I mean, why would that happen? Does anyone have an answer to that question?
as far as I know, nothing happened.
Yeah. So you remember the rule we talked about before
she
the
is an
episode?
exceptional actress.
porn featuring larger ladies leaped by 87.3% last year, which I don't.
What
I
does
don't-
it
I don't know
constitute
about
being a larger lady?
I think you have to search fatty and like amateur.
You're the one
Alright.
for me.
I feel like they're
Fatty,
super harsh though,
yeah.
because some of the fatty ones, I'm like,
Not really.
Yeah,
Not that
she's
bad.
fine.
You're not.
Yeah.
You're not that fat.
Some of those measurements show that women and men search for mom porn equally.
Wow.
All right.
While women
and men.
While women are more than twice as likely to seek out daddy-daughter themed material.
Oh,
That's
a
fucked
little
up.
creepy.
As a
That's
father,
a little weird.
as a father,
Wait.
The Law and Order
That was a good one.
sound.
as a father, I don't like that.
Copyright.
either.
Surprisingly,
Seriously.
guys are more into seeing their gender cuckolded than women who want
Cuckold.
to watch themselves doing it.
Wait.
Wait, what? I'm not sure I
Cuckold?
understood that.
Guys want to watch their wives getting fucked by other men,
Oh.
where women want to watch.
No, wait, but
Themselves
guys,
getting fucked
guys
up.
want. Let me correct that. Guys want to watch another guy watch his wife have sex with other men, not your own wife.
No, that's not what cuckolding
No,
means.
that's not what cuckolding means.
Cuckold.
No. But when you're watching cuckolding videos, you're watching a dude watching his wife
Okay, I see what you're saying.
screw another guy.
Okay, Paulo. Paulo, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I agree.
All
So
right.
it's not like
So
you
says
want
the
it
expert.
to happen to yourself, but the
Yeah.
idea of it
Because when you're
happening
beating
to
it off,
someone else.
you're kind of beating it off at the same time. You're going, ha ha. You know what I mean? Like it's like a double on. You know what I mean? I can
Search-
see where they would like that.
Wow.
The search term with the greatest decrease in popularity for 2018?
In your asshole.
Porn in which performers pretended to be teenagers went down by
Say it again?
41.4%. Porn in which performers pretended to be
There's
teenagers
so much alliteration. I
Pretended.
loved it.
Yeah.
went down by
Nobody's
41.4%.
falling for that.
That's good. People are growing up. It's nice.
No, you're 18 with like 12 piercings and 4 tattoos. Come on.
Looking at the overall state
It
of the
can
art,
happen.
X
I've
Hamster
seen it.
reports we expect 2019 to bring more women, more income, and a greater diversity of content.
Spell income.
Millennials are less ashamed about porn than any other generation. And
Yes.
additionally, they're moving away from brands and gravitating towards amateur content. And I
Jeff has bed
am into that.
many times that he's into the amateur stuff.
One place where the porn market will not be growing is China. As per X Hamster, after years of spotty censorship in late 2018, China began offering citizens cash rewards of up to $80,000 for reporting illegal content such as porn. The result, triple X traffic in the country crashed by some 81%.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's 2018.
I feel like amateur videos are the open mic night of porn.
I would agree. I would agree.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get some good stuff. Other times it's like you're like,
Sometimes,
hey,
look.
Sometimes you get some. Other times you get Kim
Magic
Kardashian.
happens.
But
Yeah,
much
magic
respect for getting up
happens.
there. You know.
Yeah.
You get Kim
Good for
Kardashian.
you. Good for you.
we're drinking a Hadouken. Did I say Hadouken IPA by Shebeen, which has Lou's face on it.
It's got to lose.
You said
This is
Is this the one that was just canned today?
That was the one that was just.
Oh
canned
yeah,
today.
super fresh.
You
Yeah,
can tell it's
so
pretty fresh. It's very.
Can I-
It's right there.
Can I have an honest moment right now?
You're fresh, Lou.
Multiple times I have passed up the Hadouken
Really?
for other things. I don't know why. But now I feel dumb.
It's good. It's really good.
I feel dumb.
It is very good.
It actually is good.
It is delicious.
I don't
So-
even think I got it in the flight when I went to the brewery, but this is fucking. It's actually really.
This
good.
is yet another beer that I finished before we even started talking about it.
I want to read this. Inspired by the parallels drawn between two art forms, brewing and martial arts, which is you. This is you.
Yeah.
Hadouken IPA balances the floral and fruity notes of Pacifica and Simcoe hops while remaining versatile enough to appeal to hop lovers of all kinds. Cheers. Brought to you by Lou.
It's
Vega.
got
Lou
So,
Vega,
it should be
Mamba
brewed.
number 5.
it's got all of, like the dank beer qualities,
Yeah,
but it's also like easily drinkable.
it is.
There's no like
It's a nice.
bitter aftertaste to it. There's no. It's awesome. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
This
There's no
one,
more left, but this is awesome.
This was a fun one that started out with with myself, my old assistant brewer Jeff Wilson, who's now living in Texas, and one of our mug clubbers, Rini, who's like been a staple of the brewery forever. And we were playing around with this whole idea, and I think basically what happened was we were brewing on the pilot system, and I think the three of us just got shit faced. Really, is what it was.
rude.
Exactly. That's what happened to
Okay,
us,
nice.
essentially.
It's part of the story.
And we were joking around, and like the whole thing with me doing martial arts and everything became like this whole joke, and we were cracking up about it and everything. And Jeff, my old assistant brewer, was goofing about it, and like he was a big video game nerd. And we rolled onto this whole subject about Street Fighter and everything. The original label was admittedly pretty much a ripoff of the Ryu Street Fighter character.
Okay.
Like our artist,
Who's the company? Capcom.
Capcom.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
Capcom.
yeah.
That's right. Okay.
So our artist that does all of our labels, took on this whole concept that we were trying to give him and everything. And obviously we were telling him the idea of Street Fighter and all that stuff. And so he did his own rendition, but it was like just too damn close, And we decided to put it out there anyway. And we figured, we're this tiny little brewery. Who the hell's going to care?
Yeah.
And like during the whole managers meeting, we were talking, we were like, well, whatever. Like if somebody really makes us think about it or whatever, and we do get, the cut this out thing, then we'll just put Lou's head on it. And I thought they were joking. I really did. I thought they were just making fun of me.
Yeah.
They were like, we'll just put Lou's head on it. I was like, you guys are assholes. Shut up. So like I just moved on with life.
Yeah.
And sure enough, we put out the label, and Capcom sent us the thing.
Wait, so you did get a cease and desist from Capcom?
Yeah, we did. We did. We got Capcom sent us a cease and desist. Very long story short, some folks essentially told on us.
You know what's funny?
Haters.
I feel like if the people at Capcom knew
Was it
that
Tom
the
M?
guy who brewed the beer looked like the comic book store guy from The Simpsons, they would have let it go. I feel like they would have been like, yeah.
I got to tell you though, like even the folks from Capcom, it's not like they were dicks about it. They were like,
Do you mind if I put my picture on this beer?
Best
ever.
That was freaking awesome. No, I mean, like the folks from Capcom, they weren't dicks at all. Like they were really like, so this has kind of come to our attention, and
No.
you know, like there's like copyright things. Can you guys please not do this?
Yeah.
And we'll give you this amount of time to like get rid of the stuff that we know you probably already bought and all that.
Yeah.
You know, but
That was nice of them.
just don't do it again, please.
Well, they know because it's like a rash,
Yeah.
right? If you
Yeah.
if you let
Is
your
it?
kids
Why don't you tell us
scratch
about
it-
your rashes, Paula?
no-
Well, I'm saying, if, like you let your kids scratch it, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. You know what I mean? Like at first it was cool, but it's like
Well, I mean, the funny part is realistically that there was another company in California, like less than 50 miles away from Capcom parent industries,
yeah.
that put out a similar beer with similar labeling type things, and nobody said boo about it.
Oh, all right.
Right. But because there was a certain amount of history with our brewery and some of the folks out there in the universe, they basically told on us, and Capcom said, can you guys please not do that? So we said, all right, we get it. Sorry, guys, and we sent them a case of beer.
Yep.
And
Then
then
in case of the old label,
well, what we did was we changed the label.
and then sent them in.
And they put my stupid head on there, which again I thought they were joking about. This was not supposed to be a serious
Oh,
conversation.
come on, man. Well, wasn't it the first beer that was your recipe?
I think it was.
Shebeen's?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think it
So
was
it's
the
fitting.
first time that it was like my actual recipe design.
Yeah.
So yeah, they stuck my stupid head on there, and we sent it off to Capcom, and they were like, "Yep, that's fine. That's different enough."
Oh, awesome.
So we went with it, and now things have gotten really weird. And every now and again, somebody will recognize me from the stupid can,
Oh, that's awesome.
which is really bizarre.
It took me a few minutes to put two and two together. When I saw the can, I'm like, wait.
Yeah, I've actually had to sign a couple cans now.
Really?
Like actually
Oh, cool.
autograph
That's
cans.
hilarious.
It's really ridiculous. And like my in-laws live on the Cape, and now like I was telling you guys earlier that we're distributing in Massachusetts. I was at a liquor store not to like over Thanksgiving, looking for local beer,
Yeah.
and there was some
See your
dude
stupid
like
face looking back at
yeah, and like some dude like was
weird, dude.
looking for beer himself, and I'm like thinking to myself, oh, please don't recognize me. Please don't recognize me. And sure enough, he's looking at the beer and he's looking at me. He's looking at the beer. He's looking at me, and finally he goes, "Dude, is that you?" And I was like, "Yeah." So now I've got to take this like weird
Yeah.
selfie thing with this dude in the
Hey,
middle
man,
of
that's
Cape Cod.
great. That's great.
Yeah.
It was just really, really strange.
This is gonna be awkward. Can you sign our can?
I knew that was gonna come.
Also, by can, he meant my asshole.
Oh, should I sign
The
your
whole.
asshole too?
Not my ass.
The
That's
ta-
his ass.
Does anybody want the taint?
Our collective asshole.
Yeah.
Do we want the taint?
Gonna need a little semen.
Whoa.
This is awesome, man. We're
Sign
putting
it
this.
in semen.
This is our first signature.
It
Wait,
is.
hold on. You're left-handed?
I'm left-handed.
I'm never drinking Shebeen again.
freak.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sad story.
That's going up on the shelf.
Put it right up on the shelf.
Fuck yeah.
Elf on a shelf.
In a place of honor.
There you go. The Hadouki. That's hilarious.
I gotta say, when you got here, I didn't even think about it. And the second I saw that can, I'm like, wait, wait,
It's like, why do I know his face?
yeah,
Yeah.
I know you.
Yeah, it's been funny. And this is another one like similar to like the favorite things where I was using hops that like I felt like people kind of forgot about, similar with Hadouken, where I went with
Very good.
Pacifica and Simcoe, which like a lot of folks tend to like kind of poo on, like they're not as sexy as they used to
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
You know.
That is
Poo-poo's
awesome.
always sexy. I don't care what anybody says.
That is awesome beer. I really
And
do
again,
feel
like
dumb for
later on
passing
when later on
I
in
don't
the
have a
season
drop
when we
for
come
that.
out with it, I'll bring by some John beer.
Yes, you do.
John beer.
Eat the
is-
poo-poo.
That's really a fun one too.
You know what it is with me? I I always try to like find what's new out
Yeah.
there and try it.
Can you fucking give it to
And,
I thought you could reach.
There's like I always try what's new, and I always sort of remember what was really, really good tasting. And for some dumb reason, like I think last time I saw this, it was right when we started record, like the first few episodes of the podcast we started recording. And I remember one of us was like, "Oh yeah, I tried that before."
Mhm.
And it wasn't like a negative thing. It was just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh yeah, I tried that." And I was like, "All right, let me try something. Let me buy something that nobody's tried yet." And I always had that stuck in my head when I go out and buy new beer. And I honestly, I feel dumb not.
Even though you hadn't had it. Yeah.
I've never
not
had
true.
it. Yeah, and I just
Well, also, like, let's be honest. When we started this podcast, I mean, everybody but Jay really had no idea what they were talking about.
no talking about no,
That's
not at all.
I mean,
definitely true.
Like, honestly, every beer that we've had tonight, I would have tasted one sip of and been like, ugh.
No,
He
see,
told me
I
back
wasn't
in the
like
day.
that.
We've said this so many times on
You
many
weren't like
episodes,
it,
but
you
for
know
your guys'
more about
reference,
it than you used to.
when we started this, he literally only drank Guinness. That's
Yeah.
it ever.
For
Yeah.
like 20 years.
Yeah,
Not like for a month.
IPAs.
that was
Wow.
was
yeah,
like,
that was Jeff, and I was
Yeah.
I was definitely the
now
guy.
he drinks Bud Light, which
Yeah.
is true as well.
It
But he also
hasn't-
loves IPAs.
I love my BLs.
Jeff was definitely the Guinness only guy. I was I would like trying everything.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I'm like the guy that listens to Pink Floyd because he likes the melodies.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like he tried to get in depth with me and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I was.
Like, oh, I don't know.
I
But
was 4+ years.
I'm
working
kinda
at
like that,
the
too.
Bruce, Malta.
I enjoy a lot
we
of stuff,
said this.
and I can like appreciate people talking about it, like
Yeah.
But I can't like taste it and be like, oh, I'm really getting these hints of grapefruit or whatever. Like
I mean,
I'm
I'm not-
bad at like picking out those
I
things.
know
feel
you
like I
like
am
it,
too,
you
to
just
be
don't know
honest.
why.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's how I am. I
Um,
know I like it. I just don't know why I like it.
See, it's funny because I'm kind of at the point now where I can pick everything out,
Wow.
but I don't know anything about making it.
How it's made, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can drink it and be like, oh, this is that. This I can pick
Like,
out hops,
But
but
the
like
smoothie shop,
Oh,
making
okay,
it,
well,
I have no
that's-
fucking idea.
I know,
what
the
it is.
smoothie
No,
shop I love because it tasted like a strawberry something, right?
Yeah,
I just knew I liked it because it tasted like strawberry. I don't know how you got to that point.
Right.
But like for me,
Yeah, exactly.
For me at the beginning,
Smells like Mexico.
for me at the beginning, it was just like IPA. Get it away from me. I'm not
Yeah.
interested. Like they all tasted the same, and it was just gross.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of the hard part, really, is that a lot of IPAs are like really super similar to each other, you know. And for the most part, like any beer style, it's kind of what makes them the style that they are, is that there are similarities between them.
But at least like when I was only drinking Guinness, at least I could drink another stout and kind of understand
it's
it
be different.
because
Yeah.
I was.
I'll
huge
tell you
into
what
that.
though, like there's something about there's something about Guinness in particular that is so different with how I mean,
It's the fish.
fucking Sir Arthur Guinness, Jesus Christ, that dude was a goddamn genius.
Yeah.
You know, way ahead of his freaking time.
Was it 17?
It was December, the end of December. It was like almost the new year was the anniversary of it, like the 29th to the 30th.
But it's like 1700s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're
Will
talking,
Will
like-
has a bottle of the 200th anniversary that he was going to give us, but I told him no.
wait. Will did my brother did?
Why do you
Where
say
did
No. Will at Fairfield Wines. No, I didn't tell him no.
I was like, my brother had one of those
At Fairfield,
Oh,
Captain and Tennille's.
Jeez,
I've been thinking of.
I was about to get
pairings.
mad at my brother for a second there.
We're drinking a New Haven,
What's this?
Brothers in Ale, Armada and Erector collab.
Okay, so
New
apparently
Haven IPA.
I just heard that this one is
Yeah.
actually not. It's only a Rector did this one.
Well, both breweries are on the label.
Yeah, but apparently,
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's. I think it's kind of hush hush, but
It's very malty.
beep. We can edit that out.
But apparently, one side took a little more control than the other because one of them was busy.
Gotcha. So basically, at this point, I've had just about every one. I think we were talking earlier. There was a black and gold and a gold and black, but I missed that release. Every other of the New Haven IPAs I've had, I really like them. Generally, the original blue is still one of my favorite Connecticut beers. I'm kind of sad that they don't make it anymore. But I like the idea that they, mess with the format and keep putting out new colors and stuff. So this is a white label. This is actually the second white label.
I gotta be white.
There was a white label with blue writing, and this is actually a white label with
darker blue,
shiny blue. It's like it's like metallic blue.
It's a white label because it doesn't want anyone else to be involved with it.
But also, it has the new logo, the new Brothers and Nail logo is on there.
Logo, yeah.
And this one is certainly not my favorite of all of them, but it's still a great it's a great beer.
It's good.
Yeah.
We drank beer. We like beer.
There you go.
But still to this day, I mean, all of the colors I've had just about every one of them. The original blue label was still
It was very good.
fantastic, and I wish they would make it again. Even if they only made that one like once a year because it started it and it was like the OG. I wish they would just like make that one more.
Smells weedy.
But it seems like they're just trying to, mess with the format and change the hops up and the
This
variety.
one's definitely malty.
It's I'll tell you from like a brewer's perspective, and like one of our probably most popular beers. I don't think I brought any. Was Baby Seal Dance Party.
Why the fuck not?
Those are good. I know.
I don't think I brought any because I don't know if there's any at the brewery right now. And part of the reason why is because like a lot of folks don't realize this, like most hops are perennials. In other words, they come up every year. You plant a hop usually around year 2, year 3, year 4, that's when you're getting your really good crops,
Maturity.
And then those plants come back every year for like another 9-10 years. So it's a really, really great thing as like from a farmer perspective that, you can maintain this crop of plant and continue selling it and all that stuff. Galaxy in particular, which is one of the sexier hops nowadays, and Galaxy is probably super expensive. And one of the reasons why it's the primary hop in Baby Seal Dance Party is it's a one and done. It's an annual.
Okay.
You plant it, you grow it, you pick it,
It's
you're done.
Which is why it's expensive.
So,
you got to keep getting it.
It's been cloned.
You got to buy it again.
Hence why you have Ella.
So wait a minute.
Ella is a daughter.
So
is
if you're having a
daughter
Galaxy
hop.
beer, it's a 1-year growth.
That's it.
Next year,
You're
it's
replanting.
growing. It's
You
not
gotta-
growing well. It's just
You're
it doesn't
replanting.
bud. Really?
Yeah, it doesn't come back.
I actually didn't know that.
No shit.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I didn't
So
know
it's
either.
I'm guessing it's probably because it's from a different climate or something.
Keep in mind that a lot of the hop growing procedures, like how do we talk about hop growing in hop flavors nowadays? We're using terms like dank and juicy.
Yeah,
and things like that. That's really reminiscent to things that we were really accustomed to talking about cannabis growing, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's
It's a cousin.
It's a cousin plant, right?
which is how I got into IPA.
Right. So here
Do
in
I have
the
to edit
States-
something now?
Yes.
Who
Right.
cares?
So
Weed's
here in
fine
the
everywhere.
Decriminalize.
U.S., we're talking about
I'll smoke
places
weed right now.
like the Yakima Valley,
Just saying.
which was really known for growing some really great cannabis.
Yeah.
Right. Well, they took a lot of those same techniques.
And
they
not the brown
allowed-
stuff from Mexico. That wasn't a racist joke. I was making
Correct.
a reference to the weed from Mexico.
It's okay if it was a racist joke.
I know. I'm joking. I'm
Like
joking
an
about the
asshole.
racist joke.
We're not Mexicans, but we're fancy Mexicans.
We're fancy.
Wait, that was that's my favorite line in Three Amigos when they come into the bar and they're like, "Excuse me, we're not Mexican."
like as if anyone were not sure. We're unsure of that. Really?
Oh, yeah. No,
We thought you were just like us.
a lot of those growing procedures have been taken from cannabis growing.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the cloning of the plants and all that stuff and learning how to breed these different plants has come from people that have been growing cannabis. And the Galaxy is a perfect example. Citra is a perfect example. And now Ella being
Ella.
from
Ella.
everybody got on there.
I love her so much.
Yeah.
You know who I love?
So they're on it. So
Halsey
so
Beach.
for the people out
No,
there
I
that
love People who talking to the microphone.
Yeah.
Halsey, you know who I meant.
Tag her in it so she'll
You know who Halsey is?
No.
She's the one. She's like, I don't remember. All I have in my mind right now is Umbrella. She's the one who sings. You keep talking about hops. That's more important.
Well, I was gonna say for the
Hops.
Come to me.
for the people that really do like Baby Seal Dance Party out there, because of the fact that Galaxy is a little bit more scarce, and now Ella became a little bit more available, and then it's gonna come and go between the two of them. What we are going to be releasing is Baby Seal Slumber Party. So rather than doing it with Galaxy, we're doing it with Ella and Nelson Souvan, which
That's a
should be
rare hop.
Fancy.
should be a really like little sexy twist.
Nelson's
expensive too.
it's a rare hop, but you don't see
Yeah.
them around very often.
No, it's a little tricky to come by.
It sounds sexy. Say it
It
again.
does. Nelson Souvan.
Yeah.
Souvan.
There it is.
New Zealand.
Yeah, it's,
That's French.
both of them are
New
from
England-
Australia, New Zealand. Yeah.
New England Brewing Company uses it quite a bit, but they're the only people I've ever really seen.
So anytime when it's been a couple years, but every time we got hop orders in, Galaxy we got was Australian,
Mm-hmm.
but Nelson Souvan was always New Zealand.
Yeah.
See, you didn't say it right.
Nelson Souvan.
Well, I'm thinking
Yeah,
like
see? There you go.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Wait, can we
Right.
spell it? Can you spell it?
It's just
It's a UV.
I feel like you need to be smacked in the face with a glove.
So I'll show.
As
I'll show
somebody
you
says
guys.
it to you.
This-
Nelson Souvan. You know what I mean? Looks
You're
like
a
that.
dick.
Just like what I did right there with that glass.
what just happened.
He spilled the beer.
Don't worry about it. It's my house.
It's
So and the other one that we have coming out is
Halsey?
Platypus, and Platypus is going to be done with.
Plaid.
Yeah, so Platypus is
Platypus.
going to be done with Ella, and that's going to be the label for Platypus.
I like that.
Oh, nice.
I like that pun game. Let me see. That's
Oh, that's
amazing.
awesome.
That's
definitely
me.
under-
That is
definitely
me
under-
as a platypus.
I was going to say, that looks like Jeff's spirit animal.
So you're gonna have to
So-
sign one of those for me.
Because he can
We're-
get
we're
that
gonna-
like bill
we're gonna
in.
have a bunch
He
of
can get that
those.
bill in like that spreader at the gynecologist. Which brings
spreader.
me to a story.
It's called a speculum. Don't be a shitlord.
Monster49@gmail.com. It's definitely a joke you should drop. Be like, look at the malt bill.
Oh, this
on
is
that.
Halsey.
Wow.
Oh.
We got really sexy again.
Grain bill? Is it grain bill? It's grain bill, isn't it?
Fuck 'em all. I actually don't really like this type of music, but I like.
I
this
just know the
song.
words.
I like Halsey. She's got a cool voice.
This is gonna be the most highly copyrighted infringement episode ever with all the songs we played.
Oh, it's just Tool, Deftones, Halsey, some of the biggest recording artists of all time. Throw some fucking Fleetwood Mac in there. I got
Yeah.
some. I've had it stuck in my head all day.
I was right. It's one of those.
I actually really fucking like this song.
I don't know.
One of those kind of epic
And
moments
that's
that
my
you have
cue.
as a father. I was like playing right into from Tool. Like speaking of Tool, I was playing right into from Tool with my kids the other day, and my son started doing like the Maynard dance, where he was like getting in that little crouch. and He's doing the whole thing.
Oh, really?
I was so proud.
That's called good child rearing.
Yeah, I was so proud. I felt like a one parenting at that moment.
Listen,
Lower, son, lower.
I know I
Yeah,
kind of
like,
talked a
you're
little
rocking
bit shit
out.
about Tool, but I think Tool's amazing. I do think Tool's amazing, and I think Maynard's amazing. Let's not get into that.
That's cool.
But
He is amazing.
He's got
he is.
wine.
He's
I
just
remember
a
the first
dickhead.
time I heard the song "The Pot,"
Let's not start.
Yeah, that sounds so good.
Jesus.
and I had no idea who it was, and I was like, "Is this Justin fucking Timberlake?"
But see, I don't.
Because it starts a cappella,
Yeah,
and his
yeah.
voice is fucking impeccable.
But see,
Yeah.
that's the
One of the best voices.
That's the album I
ever.
hate. That's the only album from Tool
But
that I
that
don't
song-
like.
10,000 days.
Really?
And just like
10,000
how clean
days,
and
really?
controlled his vocals
I love
are,
10,000 days.
and how
I know a lot of people
I do
feel
too.
that way, but
Don't like it. Listen,
how
I'm
it
excited
stands
for
out.
the new one, and I'm going to listen to it.
Yeah.
But if it sounds like 10,000
if
days,
it
I'm
ever
out.
comes out,
Apparently
if it
he
ever
just
comes out.
apparently he just
finished.
finished
He
tracking
finished.
vocals.
listen,
Really?
Yeah.
all I'm saying
Well,
is
apparently he checked him a couple months ago. Apparently
he could.
He just finished.
My point is, he is like, if people were exposed to that
Yeah,
and his vocals
yeah,
on a pop level, it's like his voice is
yeah. It's so
far
controlled.
superior.
He's a beautiful
Yeah,
man.
it's
to
so
people
controlled.
like Justin Timberlake has a great voice. The
Yeah.
motherfucker can dance, and I like him.
Mhm.
I hate his music.
And that
I like JT.
was episode 56 of Chicken
Was it?
Podcast. Yeah, with you
Are we
saying
done?
Was
Justin,
it?
Justin
why?
Timberlake
No,
was a
don't
great
tell-
singer.
No,
he
now
is.
people just tuned out. Don't do that.
No. He is. I actually like him as an actor more so. I like he's got like his comedy shit, like his SNL shit.
I like JT.
He's really funny on.
I like JT all around.
He's
I
great
think,
on Saturday Night.
I think
But
he's
like,
an all-around performer, songwriter.
My point was
Get him at the acoustic.
when I heard the first few seconds
ask
of the song "The Pot," I
We
thought
make
it was
sense.
a pop song because of just like
Yeah,
the
it does have
vocals.
that kind of appeal in the
And then
beginning
like
of it.
the music came in, and it was very Tool, and I was just like, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Is that the one that's like, you must have been so
Yeah.
high?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fucking rocked me, that song.
Yeah.
I loved it. I still do.
I hate that album.
But that song.
that one? I hate it.
No. I actually,
great
of all
song.
the songs on that album, I actually,
There it is.
David's
I actually
just
kind of like that song.
Hold on, start it over.
But as an album, I don't like the album. I think Lateralis was their masterpiece.
Anima, for me.
Anima's great, but
I was like, what is Justin
took it to another
Timberlake
level.
doing when I got to this point? I was like, this is amazing.
He was like, Senorita.
But listen, as much as I hate 10,000 Days, well, I don't. Hate's a strong word. As much as I don't like 10,000 Days, I'm excited as fuck for the new record. I'm gonna give it a full college try. I'm gonna give it a chance, see what's going on with them now. Because let's be honest, every fucking record is 10 years apart from the last one. You're a very different person.
Oh yeah.
From 10,000 Days to whatever the new record's going to be.
Yeah.
It could be a fucking could be a jazz record for all we know. Nobody has any idea.
Yeah.
Listen, while I don't pay any attention to Danny Carey, he's the best vocalist I've ever heard.
Should we?
Danny Carey doesn't sing.
No.
Can we crack some alpaca
Maynard is
on
the
the
best
way out
vocalist
of this podcast then?
Yeah, we
I
got.
don't. We don't have to end it. I just wanted to stop.
We
Jay
are going to
before he-
end, but
I
we
just
have
wanna-
one more Shebeen beer.
I just want to stop Jay before he got too, like, into
and
praising Justin
Listen,
Timberlake.
I didn't even start talking about Shia LaBeouf tonight, and I planned on it.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
Why?
I watched 2 movies.
Better
the
than a
other night of
superstar,
his.
Shia LaBeouf.
Do you know what LaBeouf means?
Yeah.
The beef.
I thought I meant the buff.
I should be calling myself LaBeouf Jesus.
Jay LaBeouf.
LaBeouf Jesus is my
Jay
new
the buff.
Slack handle.
Jay LaBeouf. Also, Jesus Porksword is my new favorite thing ever. I'm actually, I'm changing my Instagram name right now as we're recording this to Jesus Porksword.
Yes.
There we go.
Right.
Pour that out, man.
We're
All
gonna-
right, so I want to hit one. I think I want to hit one more news story as we're pouring this
Yeah.
last beer. The fuck is WWE tampons?
Nobody cares about that. It's stupid.
Dude.
we should definitely do a doorbell
Somebody-
lick. These dudes need to see the doorbell licker. They do. They just do.
Listen, I have a story that's
All right, so that's
pressing on
something-
my heart that I've been trying to talk about for an hour and a half.
This gentleman licked the doorbell for 3 hours. There's nothing that should be more heavy on your heart right now
Well,
than that
that's
video.
a drug story, I believe.
What? The
Why else would you lick a doorbell that long?
I just pulled up the video.
The doorbell licker?
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean,
and it's still just a chip
he's
band.
going to town in there. He's working.
This is like
if a doorbell had a clitoris, he fucking,
That door came hard.
Yeah, it did.
like this. Like yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Can we show our guests this? How we pull this?
They'd
out?
have to come over here.
Oh. Go for it, man.
Should we check it out?
Yeah, you need to see the video of that.
Wait, hang on. What the fuck is going on now? Yeah. Now it's just all text. Hang on.
Oh no.
All right. Hang on. It was at the beginning.
We gotta find. We gotta
Apparently,
find
this is 3 hours of this.
3 hours.
is he just rolling it around? Like,
No, he's like
He's just like,
yeah.
I wish you all could see the
He's going to
reenactments
town.
that
was
are
all-
happening in the room.
He's going to town.
That was all it had on that.
Watch that, Lou. Watch this. Watch this.
There's a guy like
Butt scratcher.
Somebody did that for three.
scratcher.
Somebody
Butt
did
scratcher,
that,
yeah?
somebody else's house for 3 hours.
Where were they?
And then they came home from like grocery
they
shopping. They're
outside?
like,
So they were
um,
away. So the family was away, and the kids were home.
Okay, I would just like to make note
Fucked up.
that I have officially changed my Instagram
did
name to
it?
Jesus Porksword.
yes.
Is there like an underscore in there at all? or-
Yes,
So
Jesus
get-
underscore Porksword.
You have to take a picture of that and make that your
Oh
profile
yes,
picture.
I do actually. I'm gonna do that right now.
That'll be your. Yeah, that's good. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
I came back from peeing to see him.
So this is the coolest part of the story. Those people,
What you talking about? Who are these people?
they put in a ring, like one of those video doorbells. So that's their intercom at their house. They have like a security system with the
Spell
intercom.
intercom.
I don't understand why that's
Intercom.
Intercom. Sure. So they put in a Ring doorbell. So they videotape this guy licking the shit on the intercom.
That's wrong.
This is the coolest part. So I guess they were asleep because this guy started doing this at like 4 a.m. until like 7 a.m. and then just left, just like walked off and left. But because the video is so clear, the police were like, "Yeah, we know this. We know who he is." Like literally went to his house, like, "What are you doing?"
This guy's looking doorbells all across town.
What is the best part was they were gonna press charges, and the family's like, "Well, he really didn't like do anything."
Yeah.
So it's all right. Like,
can we just clean our doorbell?
Yeah, just like don't come back, or like I don't know.
Was it brass? Because that's
Clorox wipes. No, it's like an intercom, like a plastic.
Oh, okay.
And like the little push button where you know.
So
and
there
the
was
speaker.
there's like nothing special about this doorbell that made him go like, "Oh my god, this
He was
is
on
the doorbell I've
fucking
been waiting
some kind of
for all
drug.
my
Oh,
life."
clearly.
Yeah.
I mean, but there's
Well,
got
I
to be
guess we are
something
retarded.
else wrong with this dude.
And anybody who's
Talk about the doors of perception. I mean,
and let's be honest. Anybody who's even
nothing with that.
Anybody who even mildly experimented with drugs.
Yeah, we're there.
Let's be honest. Anybody who's even mildly experimented with drugs can watch that video and be like, I wouldn't lick a doorbell myself, but I like to try what he had. Right? Right? Because he looks very passionate.
I mean, look, I'll be.
Yeah, he's really getting in there.
I don't remember last time I loved something that much. I don't. That's just a doorbell in the middle of the night.
I'm going to go wake your wife up.
I've
bring her
experimented
down here to talk about this.
Yeah, I've experimented with a few different sorts of states of consciousness in my time. I don't think I've ever licked a doorbell.
I could 100% say
I can
100%
guarantee
say I have
you.
not.
All right.
All right.
You can get my wife.
Yeah, I'm
what
pretty
have you licked?
You can get my wife right now. You can drag my wife down here
Different
right now.
subject for a different podcast.
No, this is the podcast.
yeah, this is the one.
You haven't.
I've
This has been
literally
a different version of the Heavy Drinker Podcast.
You can drag Christine down here right now
I will.
and show her that video
Do not threaten me with a good time.
and tell her this passionate, and she's like, okay, for 3 hours, and she would literally look at you in the face and go, no.
Never happened.
Never.
No.
3 hours.
That's a whole other level. No.
No.
I mean, if it doesn't respond, it makes
3
it hard
hours.
to keep going. You know,
Yeah,
you need a little
3 hours.
encouraging
He was working
moan
at it.
or something.
Yeah. Nothing at all. He was just
Something that says, "Good job, keep going."
Yeah.
yeah.
None of that. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
That guy.
3 hours, man.
He's almost.
That's
That's dedication. Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Dedication.
telekinesis.
That's telekinesis, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm
It's-
glad you got that. I'm
It's
glad
like
you
somebody
got that.
trying to watch Bird Box without like pausing.
Who
and
does
asking
not have a little
questions.
bit of this fucking
Here we
I
go.
know.
alpaca
A little
blanca?
alpaca. I'll have a little of
That
that.
was my favorite part in the last
Hook our
episode.
guests up first.
full can.
All right.
You know, every time I slice one, you grab.
Good. I'm good.
Yep.
Good. I'm good. Oh. It's all right.
My favorite part in the last
So-
episode is when Jay was pouring beers for all those different people, and then like we started talking about Bird Box again, and he's yelling off mic, "Are you talking about Sandra Bullock again?"
Wait, I haven't seen that. I want to see it.
Don't do it. I
Don't-
actually
don't
watched-
listen to our
I
last
did
episode.
watch it.
I saw like 10 minutes.
I'm not
of it.
sure. She still sucks. Her face is bullshit.
Sandra bullshit.
Tammy, you watch.
Wait, I know. Now I gotta change my fucking Instagram name again.
Do it again.
That's good. That's good.
I just changed it to Jesus Pork
I'm
Soda.
not giving the movie away to anybody. Last week was a spoiler, but I'm just saying for somebody who hasn't watched it yet, you watch the whole thing, and regardless if you like it or not, me personally, you get to the end and you're like, an arbor? That's it. That's it? An arbor.
Okay.
Like some honeysuckle? That's all you need? Some vines.
Well, it wasn't it, but I'm not gonna.
That is it.
It's not all of it.
It's essentially it.
That's not.
All right.
You'll see.
That's not true.
You'll see.
It's like
Honeysuckle.
War of the Worlds or something.
That's it. A little bit of
It's like-
wisteria, and it's all good.
Yeah. Okay.
Jeff, we got to talk about Shia LaBeouf after this.
Okay.
When it's over.
So what's this? What's this beer we have now?
Shia LaBeouf.
All right.
The
tell us
final beer
about
of the
it.
night.
Lou.
Final beer of the night.
Final beer.
Alpaca Blanca. The alpaca is affectionately named Enrique.
Enrique.
Yeah, that's the name of the alpaca nowadays. Thanks again
Wait,
to
what?
Jeff,
I don't understand.
my
You're
old
welcome.
sister brewer.
Lou's drunk.
I would love to agree with you, but unfortunately, no. No. So anyway, Alpaca Blanca is done with Mosaic and Azaka hops. Again, the malt profile in this thing is really, really light. It's kind of lending itself to allowing the hops to come forward. Azaka is one of those really cool hops that is every now and again used, I think, sort of an accent hop, but very rarely used as a primary hop.
Mhm.
And in this case, we took Mosaic, normally used as a primary hop, and we made it the accent hop.
Like an asshole.
Exactly.
Rude.
I was looking for someone to put that. I didn't mean it.
It's good. It's very good.
It just fit.
Very soft mouthfeel.
Dry
Very soft
massage.
mouthfeel.
Yeah. Again,
lends
easy
itself-
drinking. It's only like, whatever, like 6.6 or something like that.
Nothing too assertive.
Just a
But very-
good drinking beer.
Super present and super. That's what I'm looking for.
We don't know.
What was
You just made a couple
Mosaic?
clicking
Right? You
sounds
said
and-
right. You said Mosaic.
Yeah, Mosaic
Yeah,
and
for
Azaka. Yeah.
I love the aroma on this. Actually,
Is that Jack snoring?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, listen, everybody take your headphone off for a second.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hang on.
that's
Now,
a dog
while,
story.
while we're quiet, hang on.
That's totally him snoring.
While we're quiet. That is Jay's throat.
That's a weird noise Jay made one.
I throated once.
Just once.
Dave, can I get a little adult real quick,
Again.
please? All right, this is important. It's a public service announcement. If you didn't recognize the song, this is Hall & Oates.
Oh yeah.
Probably the most important story of the night. Vaginas absolutely need sex or they will waste away. Study.
Wait, colon.
It's a little
It's a
confusing.
colon study or a vaginal
It's
study?
a little confusing when you read it literally.
Literarily.
There's a study that's saying vaginas need sexual intercourse or they're going to waste away.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Yeah, and if you're gonna say you want to propose the semicolon,
I just feel like
first.
it's good to, annually establish the fact just
That-
to like
Yeah.
halt any of that negative movement.
I'm not going to dust off that pussy.
An asshole. My dear old Uncle Nate.
Increasing blood flow
Assholes
increases
do not.
oxygen supply to the vagina, which means it's less likely to become inflamed, thin, or dry. All those things sound terrible.
That sounds awesome.
I don't think I want any of those vaginas.
No.
Yeah. Imagine diving into a vagina that's too thin.
Vaginal atrophy? Ugh.
That sounds like a
feel
sad
like it-
story.
If you've never seen Letterkenny,
This vagina is dry and thin with no mouthfeel.
there's a lot of vaginal atrophy going on here. I think we can all attest to that one. We've all been there, haven't we? This is going to be a buildup of toxins can also stop vital nutrients from getting to the cells, which can leave the tissue slightly weaker and thinner. I feel like you guys don't like this story.
I just got amazed by the basketball.
Basketball?
Damn.
Oh, that's Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
It's
Shaquille
magical
O'Neal.
Johnson.
Yeah, you just,
noticed
nobody's
that.
ever
I've
going
seen
to
it
forgive
the
you
whole
for
time.
that.
Depending on how severe the condition is, you may experience a variety of symptoms, including dryness, burning sensation, particularly when you pee,
And Catwomanitis.
discharge, itching, urgency to pee,
Oh.
urinary tract infections, incontinence, light bleeding after sex,
Yeah.
discomfort during sex, dryness during sex, shortening or tightening of the vagina. The last one?
Those all sound like great things. to
Collecting
me.
The
cats.
last one doesn't sound so good.
Collecting cats. Is the last one collecting cats?
I eat ass monster49 at gmail.com.
I do.
Smoking affects your blood circulation. Don't do it. Anyway, take care of yourself.
And
me.
apparently your vagina.
Take care of yourself, which will take care of your vagina. Which
And don't
take
smoke.
care of.
But
Guys.
honey smoked vaginas sounds pretty
I mean,
good.
anything you honey smoke is great.
Yeah,
everybody.
Cherry wood smoke.
Any cherry would smoke.
Smoke is what we're trying to say. Smoke as much
Smoke
as you
it.
can. Yeah, because it's probably gonna make it taste better.
Speaking, is it just me or is it every beer tonight smelled like cigars?
Not just
Every word smelled like cigars for me. Because you keep on telling us to speak into get close to the microphone.
Talking to this smoky mic.
Good times, guys.
For anyone who hasn't listened to the previous episode and has listened thus far, for defense of all the beers we drank tonight, we did do a podcast in a cigar lounge last week, so all of our gear literally smells like cigars.
Every square inch.
Which I don't mind.
I do.
It's not. I mean, it's not the worst. I mean, like we talked about earlier,
Was that a bad
urine,
story?
The urine ones are worse.
Urine mics are bad. Yeah.
Urine mics.
Your mics are bad.
Yeah.
Cat pee mics.
I'll agree with that.
Well, hey guys,
Yeah, that was it.
thank you for.
On that note.
On that note, so what's going on at the acoustic this week?
Yeah, let's
Tell us this week.
Tomorrow is member doing all talking heads.
Well, let's start with
heads.
Monday because this probably won't come out till Monday.
Okay. This Monday will not be, but the following Monday the 21st we'll start Blues Night. Tuesday's open mic. What the hell's going on? I don't know. You guys are.
What do we got next Wednesday?
Where can people find out
Yeah,
what's
website.
going on?
All right,
Oh,
no, wait.
the acoustic.rocks is our website.
.rock. That's
Yeah.
great.
Dot
you got-
rocks, ROCKS, yeah. The
If you're
acoustic.rocks.
faithful,
Is that in the USA?
Yes.
Just checking.
www.acoustic.rocks.com.
I'd like to make a challenge to all the heavy drinking
Jen
podcast
Zeppelin.
listeners. If you're a faithful listener, you'll listen to us on Monday. Listen to Russell Wolf's nipple.
Yes.
Learn it.
Well, we're gonna
Yes.
go out on it.
Show up.
Yeah. Oh,
Show up to the Acoustic Cafe on Tuesday for open mic
Somebody's got to
night
play
Yeah.
nipple.
and kill it.
Yeah.
Just
kill it.
nipple.
And I
Somebody
live
has
I
to
literally live around the corner, so I'm gonna go on Tuesday and see if anyone's gonna
I
try and
might
play
show
nipple.
up.
Yeah.
Actually,
I
you know
might
what?
do it. I might. Maybe I'll do it.
Tuesday.
I'm
I'm
drunkenly
there.
trying to type in the URL, and I somehow got acoustic.rocks, theacoustic.rocks.com. And there's like 10 links, and the first one says squirt.
Wait, Jay.
So don't do what he did.
Wow, don't do that. Don't
The
do
rest
that.
of them are about
Say the
Ingenious
website one more
Rocks.
time with nobody speaking over you. Go ahead.
The
HTTP :
I think he meant. Oh yeah, that.
theacoustic.rocks, ROCKS. That's our website.
.com.
I know we have.
.com? Is there a .com?
No, the
No.
dot .rocks is the
Oh,
.com.
.rocks is
Oh,
the
see?
domain.
That's
Yeah,
what it
right.
was. Jeff was fucking me up.
Yeah,
That's
no,
awesome.
I was
No .com.
I was being a Gen X idiot.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. What the whoa.
Whoa.
Our producer's
That was-
getting a little out of hand. over
Whoa.
there. Oh, there you go.
All right, hit the fucking music.
Thank you guys for coming. Lou, what's coming out?
Yes,
What-
sir.
New
We
beers.
got time. Go ahead.
New beers. We have Platypus coming out soon. We have Baby Seal Slumber Party coming out soon. We're gonna have a new Yum Yum series coming out in the near future. The Imperial version of Hadouken, truly be down, right up, blah blah blah. That's coming out soon.
Nips.
And then we got a whole bunch of other stuff coming up our sleeves soon. I'm sure there's going to be a whole bunch of weird cannoli beers coming up soon for other people that are a fan of that craziness. Yeah, come out to Shebeen Brewing, 1 Walcott Road. Hang out, have a beer with us.
It's a cool place. I definitely
Yeah.
went there. They got cool stickers.
Go there, buy beer, get drunk, call Lyft. Don't drive
Do
home.
it up.
Oh,
thank-
way to
Call
get the
Lyft.
sponsor in
Yeah,
there.
I
call
was just
Lyft.
gonna say thank you to our sponsors, Taproom Tackers.
For hangovers.com.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Blowfish
Speaking
for
of,
hangovers.com.
Thank you all our sponsors.
somebody say
Drunk
something.
Alpaca. Don't forget to use Lyft if you're drunk, and also go to the website and click on the.
That's
Amazon
the other
link
one
if
that's
you're doing
coming
the
out. Is we're
Amazon
going to be
shop.
doing a Drunk Alpaca collaboration.
We love
We're going to
those.
be
Nice.
taking a whole bunch of the Drunk Alpaca chips.
We want
I'm
the first
literally gonna
four-pack.
be infusing them into the beer. We're putting them right into the mash.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good
Nice.
time.
Listen, check
Yeah.
that out. We'll
Doing it up.
have that on here once it comes
Yeah.
out. We'll
I want
make
to say
sure.
thanks to Will and Lou, the Vega brothers,
Thank you.
Acoustic
Thank you.
Cafe,
Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Thank you
Shebeen
very much.
Brewing, and
We've been
listen,
drinking.
We've
now,
been
before
heavy.
we say
We've
that,
been heavy. I'm fucked up.
yeah,
I'm just gonna
we
say
gotta
that.
This has been one of the latest nights we've had in a while.
it is.
It is.
Yeah. And it was good. You guys,
It's
were
gonna
fun.
get later.
That's a good thing.
just not. It's just not. It's gonna get later. Just not on
Yeah.
the podcast.
But the four of us need to go out together, which we haven't done in a while. The four of us need to go out and hit up
six of us.
the brewers and the locations we've been bringing on, and just fucking be there. in
Why are you
person.
looking at me? I've been to every fucking brewery in
This guy
Connecticut.
always takes
I've
everything so
been
personal.
everywhere, man. I've been
I don't know.
Because you're looking at me when you say it.
Why can't I look at you? I've known you for years.
Okay, thank you for listening.
Thank you for
We're
listening.
out.
We're gonna smoke some vaginas off mic. Let's
We've
do
been
it,
heavy.
guys.
We've
Bye.
been drinking. Love you.
That was
Thank
weird.
you.